All right, hello to everybody out there in the Snortex. Paul, thanks for the $2, honey. Preach the first sister. So, we obviously have a lot to go over here before Philipper decides to grace us with his presence. We have to talk about the big old breakup. Triple P is gone. Of course, DSP thinks that he's won and everybody else is felted and coping and seething. So, what I want to do, I did stream last night where Triple P did appear on Truth Seekers, where DSP did his interview about a month ago. So, Triple P kind of spilled some tea, not as much as I thought he would, but I do want to take a look at some of this stuff from last night and I'll play it. There is a point in not the interview. It was just kind of Ashton and Steven just kind of talking about, what was, going on, what this whole thing was about. But they did decide to take a peek last night at what Phil was doing on his now renamed, Smart Guys and everything. So let's just get into it. Let's just play it. He's not going to mention this at all in his podcast. He might not. That's always, he's very, very, some days he's completely predictable and some days not so much. So let's get into this. This is, of course, from Snort Hogan. Big ups.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, 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 Hogan. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip.
Oh, here we go. He started.
And the throat clearing went away. Well, let's
March
have a look at what Phil has to say.
And as you can see,
I guess he thought he was clever by putting a big X over the S in Smart Guys. I was right to skip the stream. No offense. He yelled way too much. It's okay. I'm not offended that anybody skipped the stream. We're going to listen to a little bit of this and then talk about some other things. I want to take a look at his daily FAP from last night. So it's totally okay if you want to skip the Triple P stuff.
I seem to have some space to move for once. It's like a revelation, like I've been freed and I can actually take a breath and stretch. It's kind of weird. It's almost like something's changed around here. I'm not sure exactly what it could be, but
go in, Phil.
Here we are.
Be a man.
On the road to WrestleMania tonight for the first time ever on this show.
He's going to ignore it.
Oh,
I will be covering both Monday Night Raw as usual.
He seems pretty
but
low
also
energy.
Friday Night SmackDown for the very first time. And as you can see, we have a few changes to discuss tonight in the format and about the future of the show.
Ever.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, you may notice that my former co-host ain't here, nor will he be ever again. Because today I took the shovel and I shoveled the shit.
Oh, did you, Phil?
You might say, I wonder what happened.
All
right, allow me to explain.
Really amazing how he decides to act like a hard ass.
Explain in a nutshell, because I kind of gave a full explanation on my podcast.
I was going to retread the same shit again. Here
this
we go.
guy was backstabbing me for a while, treating me like dirt,
by telling him the truth that he
bringing
needed
up
to
my
hear.
family members, i.e. my
Not
wife.
his family.
Content.
He brings up every day, by the way, like 10 or 15 times.
Apologized for it, and then he continued to do it. And that's the end of it for me.
Why didn't you say anything to me, Phil?
You're going
Why
to
didn't you say anything to my face and stand?
So I did stream this last night. I just kind of wanted to, it is here from, Snort Hogan, but I thought maybe since I streamed this last night, and of course so did other folks, you can check that out. That is available. Like I say, Snort Hogan has a much more digestible clip. What I actually want to do, since I streamed Steve and Ashton last night, I want to kind of go over and see from just Phil's side.
What is going on, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to episode 9 of Smart Guy, streaming live from lovely Renton, Washington. Tonight is Thursday, the 13th of March, 2025, and as you can see, I seem to have some space to move for once. It's like a revelation, like I've been freed and I can actually like take a breath and stretch. It's kind of weird. It's almost like something's changed around here. I'm not sure exactly what it could be, but here we are on the road to WrestleMania tonight for the first time ever on this show. I will be covering both Monday Night Raw as usual, but also Friday Night SmackDown for the very first time. And as you can see, we have a few changes to discuss tonight in format.
I know a lot of people took the time to either watch my stream or you were over on Truth Seekers or, you were, watching it somewhere else. So I'm going to just kind of get Phil's side here this morning and go through. Obviously, we're not going to watch, the whole stream, but we're just going to go through some of it because we already kind of know what Steven and what Ashton, it had to say and everything. So he's got a little bit of a pre-stream here where he tries to act like a hard ass and act all big and bad. So I want to look at this.
And about the future of the show. Because ladies and gentlemen, you may notice that my former co-host ain't here. Nor will he be ever again. Because today I took the shovel and I shoveled the shit. Okay? You might say, I wonder what happened, all right? Allow me to explain.
Oh, God, no.
In a nutshell, because I kind of gave a...
So let's get his side, because like I say, we've heard from Triple P. So now this is all, when Triple P was over on Truth Seekers, this was all going down simultaneously.
Full explanation on my podcast this morning. But basically, this guy was backstabbing me for a while, treating me like dirt, and then he started actually bringing up my family members, i.e. my wife, in his own content. I asked him nicely not to do it, and he said he would apologize for it, and then he continued to do it, and that's the end of it for me. Like, if you're going to, talk crap about me in content, that's one thing. If you're going to talk crap about my family members that literally have nothing to do with any of the content I'm making on the internet because you think it makes you look big or like a risque guy or you get a rise out of your audience, more power to you. I can't stop you, but I sure as hell don't have to have your ass in my content. And as you can see today...
I love how he thinks like he took out the trash. You know what I mean? Like he knew it the whole time. He didn't care. He's so cool. He's so whatever. Remember earlier in the day? Well, if he says he's sorry, maybe we can do something again. But, this had been going on for a little while. Phil got an earful. I know he was watching Truth Seekers or watching somebody who was restreaming or whatever. So, he got in his feelings. And my, oh my, how it all changes.
The air is clear. Ooh, it used to be like this in here, but now it's like someone actually opened the window. And now, tonight, for the first time on the show, we can focus on pro wrestling. If you didn't notice, over the course of the last 2 months that I've been doing Smart Guys and revived this series, which originally was my pro...
You did it with some other guy who you totally shit on, but go on.
...wrestling commentary series over a decade ago. This show has constantly been derailed towards the side of drama. Essentially, PPP wanted to turn this not only into a wrestling show, but also a high-end, money-making show. So,
well, you would theoretically want any show that you do to make money. Yes, you would think so. Did he even talk about wrestling on Snort Guy? I think he did. I think he did at some point. At one point, Steve and Ashton poked on him. He was opening cards. He was opening those stupid cards that are sitting there to the side that he bought. And I think I checked in once Triple P, had gone from Truth Seekers. I checked back in here and he was saying something about, I think it was something about John Cena.
So half the show was this shilling and this over-the-top level of begging and all of this. And it gets to the point where it's like, is it part of the show? Sure. But I do feel like he got out of control and got too strong. And then...
In other words, you got backed into a corner. And he was making you look really, really bad. And again, if we go back to last night, some of the information that, we learned, Triple P was just egging this dude on and purposefully trying to say, inflammatory things and mean things and back him in the corner just to see if this dude would grow a pair and stand up for himself. And basically what we learned from Triple P is this guy didn't. You know, Triple P had said, oh, your wife's fat and she's a fat bitch. He had said that numerous times. He'd said all kinds of things. And because Phil was getting a few $100, he didn't care. So let's not get this twisted. Him standing up for his wife is not why this happened. He got humiliated last week on Smart Guys when Triple P just got him in the corner and fucking did the business to him. And that's it.
This new segment called...
He saw this as an out. Oh, I'll pretend to be a man and stand up, you know, for my wife. And Triple P said he said all kinds of fucked up shit to this dude, waiting for this guy to fire back, to get angry, to get, you know, riled up, to, you know, show that he wasn't a coward, basically. And he never did. So it was a long con. It was a good one. The only one who didn't figure out about it was this guy. And I can't believe after the Truth Seekers interview, I can't believe he continued to do anything with Triple P. No disrespect to Triple P, but, you know, it goes to show he's a coward. He's spineless. It also goes to show if you wave a few $100 in his face, you can do whatever you want.
Called Grill Phil, where PPP took it upon himself to have actual segments where it was just about trying to delve into my private life, trying to talk...
Because that was the only thing that was interesting, bro.
Talk about what my detractors are talking about me this week.
Even when defending his wife, he used her as a shield. Oh, 100%. Because it's not about that. That was... saying that, oh, you can't talk about my family, you can't make fun of my, you know, my family, whatever, you know, I told you to stop and you didn't stop, you know, it was all just an out. The Grill Phil segments were getting too real. He knows he acted like an asshole when it came to the Lex, you know, thing, calling her a slut and that weirdo making those threats and all that stuff. He knows that he came off looking really bad. So what does he do? He disassociates, tail between his legs, and he cowers and he backs away. And I don't want to do this anymore.
Which is all nonsense. Anyway, and on top of that, on his own show, saying things like, oh, the only reason that I do Smart Guys is because I like grilling Phil. Like, that's the point of the show, but Phil's too dumb to know it. But then behind the scenes, we would have a conversation, and he'd be like, that's just me saying that. I love pro wrestling, and I'm really happy to do this show with you because no one else will do a pro wrestling show with me. So...
And we got a lot of good information, again, from Triple P last night, too. He said that he had pitched a bunch of different shows to Phil and a bunch of different content to Phil. He said something about paranormal activity and ghost hunting. And then there was, there were a couple of other things I can't remember, but he was trying to pitch different ideas and telling this guy, listen, you got to liven up some of this content. You got to, you know, do something more than what you're doing here and everything else. And I guess this guy just shot down everything. So...
it is what it is, all right? I have flown solo most of my career. I did used to do Smart Guys as a co-op commentary show back in the day, but I have gotten a lot better at piloting a ship myself over the last decade.
You've also gotten a lot better at shitting on your co-hosts too, apparently.
As you know, I do almost all of my content solo. I am well equipped to do this show tonight, covering all the wrestling commentary that we want.
Yeah, but the bad thing is that nobody gives a fuck about what you have to say.
Want to cover. And the best part about it is, folks, because I don't have Discord in the mix, we can actually do shit full screen, and we don't have to see crunched versions of me on the screen or anything like that. We can even go to the new wide-angle shot. As you can see, I got it already set up.
It's blurry, but all right.
We're going to take a look at those cards that we unboxed.
You can see it's blurry. You can see his image up in the corner, and then the desk. It's blurry as fuck.
Last week a second time, because now without all the bullshit extending the length of the show, I actually want to show you we did get a rare card. And I know it's out of focus. I'm going to autofocus it later. We got a rare card that we're going to look at together tonight, which is really neat. Now, FYI, I've already been contacted. I'm not kidding you. By not one, not two, 3 separate people today DM'd me saying they want to be the new co-host of Smart Guys.
Oh, I guess people are just lining up to get shit on by you. Steven, what's going on? Absolutely amazing show. I don't know Triple P or talk to Triple P, but for the love of God, send him like absolutely like big ups from me, because that was not that he knows who I am or anything, but you guys together, that shit was incredible. Oh my God.
And if I told you who they were.
Who's lining up? Who's lining up to work with this fucking like tool? I swear to God. Let's get some big ups and everything for Steven from Truth Seekers in the chat with us right now.
Your jaw would drop. All right. Now, as you can see, I didn't do any.
His solo show sucked. Yeah, I heard you guys talk, and he had like two. He did get some money though. I don't know if he was begging both of his whales to come out and give him some, money or what. But yeah, y'all had over 3,000, viewers and everything. Yeah, you guys were killing it.
Anything with that yet. In fact, I didn't even know that this had happened until a couple of minutes ago as I was setting up the show. Because, outside of me streaming, I have a life. I have a wife and other stuff going on.
I wish Triple P would have said more, but you know what? He did give me some pretty valuable insight, and he still did say, some things that I found really interesting. I got to grab this for a future thumbnail. Oh my God, that's too good to pass up right there.
On over here, I didn't.
He was begging like crazy.
Check my DMs or anything today. So I actually went back. I opened it up. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what the hell?" So.
Yeah, because I know you guys were speculating a little bit last night, or maybe you guys know who it was that contacted him about being a co-host? He doesn't want to bring anybody else on the show though, right? Surely not. Because I know you guys were speculating.
Let me put it this way. Here's what we're doing tonight. Tonight we are going solo, all right? It is definitely going to be just me doing the commentary. It's going to be fun, I hope. It's going to be interactive. And what do I mean by that? Tonight.
It means I will maybe acknowledge you if you throw a super chat in there.
As I do my commentary on SmackDown and Raw, we are actually going to have some back and forth, which, if you haven't noticed, hasn't happened on this show. It's basically been just me and PPP, and every once in a while, someone will get noticed in the chat, or I do a shout out and I try to wedge in your comments, but it's hard to get a word in edgewise when PPP is blabbing constantly. So instead of that, tonight, it's going to be more.
You mean being hype, whether you like the dude or not? You mean being hype, having a pulse, having some engagement, having a personality? Again, whether you like him or you think he's annoying or you think he's whatever, that doesn't matter. Dude, he was the fucking pulse of that show, whether you like it or not, dude. No, review tech will never work at Phil, with Phil, no. I heard it was Ethan, Ralph. I don't even know who that is. I don't have a hard time admitting when I don't know something.
Interactive, very much like how it used.
But he didn't talk too much, and he wasn't so obnoxious and blah, blah, blah when you were making hundreds of bucks off of him, you grody piece of shit. He wasn't like that then. You thought you were super best pals. You were writing about each other in your fucking journals every night, right?
Used to be in other content that I've done. So if you contribute tonight with a tip, a super chat, a membership gift,
don't get mad because like Triple P knows how to work a room and read a room and work a crowd.
Membership or a sub over on Kick.
He said Ralph contacted him on the Daily Rap. Big ups, Lucky Gremlin. We're going to get to the Daily Fap here shortly.
Give you a full shout out. Going to get you on the leaderboard, and we're going to react to what you're saying as if it was a normal show like my podcast or anything else, okay?
But yeah, big up, Steve. That show was fucking, amazing.
You will not be skipped. You will not be rushed over.
But you guys knew that.
You'll actually get some time and attention, unless you're a troll, in which case I'll just shit can you off the stream. And
I don't want to know who that is. Probably not.
Never
That's
see you
okay.
ever again.
I'm sorry. What was that? I'm sorry. You were trying to be tough there for a second. I skipped over it.
With a tip, a super chat, a membership, gifted membership. I didn't check my DMs or anything today.
Yeah, right. I'm sure you didn't.
So I actually went.
Ye old boomer who lives on Twitter.
Went back. I opened it up. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what the hell?" So let me put it this way. Here's what we're doing tonight. Tonight we are going solo. All right. It is definitely going to be just me doing the commentary. It's going to be fun, I hope. It's going to be
It's going to be fun, I hope. The number one thing that you don't say to people when you're doing a show. You guys, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be really cool. I hope. I think. Maybe.
Interactive. And what do I mean by that? Tonight, as I do my commentary on SmackDown and Raw, we are actually going to have some back and forth, which, if you haven't noticed, hasn't happened on this show. It's basically been just me and PPP, and every once in a while, someone will get noticed in the chat, or I do a shout out and I try to wedge in your comments, but it's hard to get a word in edgewise when PPP is blabbing constantly.
Well, that's not what Triple P said last night. So let's roll back this beautiful bean footage. He said, because talking to you was like banging his head against the wall and he wasn't fucking getting anything out of you because you're such dead fucking weight, he would go and try to read the chat and try to get something out of the chat. So I'm sorry, what? It kind of sounds like the show went on as planned and did well in spite of the fact that you were just sitting there basically contributing nothing, fucking nothing. So there's one person I'm more inclined to believe over somebody else.
So instead of that, tonight, it's going to be more interactive, very much like how it used to be in other content.
I think that's kind of code for when he's like, well, he wouldn't stop talking. You know, this guy loves when the spotlight is on him. You know that he loves to have the spotlights. And so you would think he would come up with something interesting to say if he wanted the spotlight on him. You think he'd be better.
That I've done.
Do I think he will delete Kick to forget the breakup? Hell no. The almighty dollar still rules. Although I must say, if he continues to do the shtick of Triple P, let's get some subs, let's get some this and some that, I think that's pretty fucking grody, honestly.
Done. So if you contribute tonight with a tip, a super chat, a membership, gifted membership, or a sub over on Kick, I'm going to give you a full shout out. Going to get you,
as opposed to those partial shout outs. And I said this exact same fucking comment last night when I was streaming, as opposed to a partial fucking shout out. What are you talking about? Don't say 7 words when 4 will do, bro.
On the leaderboard, and we're going to react to what you're saying as if
it's the least you can fucking do if they're going to give you their hard-earned money. The least you can do is, hey, so-and-so, thanks for the 2 or the 5 or the 20 or, whatever. And then read their message. It's literally the least you can do.
If it was a normal show like my podcast or anything else, okay? You will not be...
Did Triple P say that Phil is a victim? He says he plays the victim.
Skipped. You will not be rushed over.
We got some good little pearls of wisdom and information from Triple P last night.
Actually get some time and attention, unless you're a troll, in which case I'll just shit can you off the stream and never see you ever again.
Unless you're some kind of troll. And then I'm just gonna shit can you, and you'll never be here again, and don't ever think you can hurt me. And I'm smarter, and I'm better, and if you think you're gonna troll me, I'm actually smarter than you, and I knew you were gonna troll me, so get banned.
So.
Okay, Hard, look out, we got a badass over here who won't even tell another grown man he don't want to work with him no more. Look out, y'all.
Let's see how this goes. All right? If this goes well, all right? If this goes well, and if we're in a situation where we get good attendance, good engagement, good support, I will continue to do this show every week through WrestleMania, guaranteed. But it all kind of hinges on tonight. If tonight, all of a sudden, there's a major drop.
Can we have a financial audit?
Off now.
Like on my stream? No, we're not doing that. Phil will definitely have one.
Now, and really the only interest of the show was because PPP was on it, then I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to go do other content that my viewers want to see. But let's see what happened. I'm curious what will happen tonight with just me running the ship and seeing how it goes. Now, I'm not saying that there will not be a situation where maybe in the future I would consider bringing on a co-host. In fact, like I said, I just checked my dang DMs and saw, holy shit, 3 different people want to be the next co-host. So it's a possibility. There may be a screening process. There may be a whole big rigmarole where we try out co-hosts and we see how things go. We might even...
I don't know. That sounds like an awful lot of work for you, guy. You might want to stifle yourself. Sit down, get something cool to drink, message with people, to like interview people. I don't know, dude. That sounds like a lot. Digital Melanin, thanks for the 220, sweetheart. Congrats on the 2K subs, by the way. I'm so excited. I'm just so happy. I appreciate everybody who hit the sub button, man. It means a lot to me.
going to have test shows going forward where we have someone as a co-host to see how it goes. All right? Let's find out.
The only one not worthy is Phil. Don't ever forget that, William. He's the only one not worthy.
Let's see how it goes over the next several weeks, but let's see how it goes tonight. All right? Fair enough? Now, how's it going to work? Because it used to be so different, right? Here's how it's going to work tonight.
Here's how it's going to work because it used to be so different. You mean with one other person speaking? What? We went from 2 to 1? If anything, what? Oh, I am confusion. Virgil, thank you for the $5 super chat. He cares more about begging than to take a paid honeymoon with his wife. Ashton even offered to pay for the cat to go. I think Ashton said he said he would pay for a pet sitter, but it's very possible that I missed that detail. I don't want to, put words in his mouth, but I think he said that he would pay for a cat sitter for someone to come and sit with Jasper. Becky Boop is done in the Lolcow universe. I don't follow. I know who she is because of, because Phil, when his Discord popped up the other day and everyone was talking about it. But
I have a goal. I do. What's my goal? $150. Like I literally do on every.
I'll say it like this. It must be very difficult for Keemstar to try to wrangle those people and keep them in line because it seems like a lot.
Every single stream that I've ever done. All right. Same exact system. If we hit $150, it counts towards my goal rewards tally. And that means that we'll get towards like a bigger reward later down the line. So it all goes towards that level of support. Now, we had something else going with these WWE.
It all goes towards my ginormous Scopely bill of $50,000 a year.
Cards, remember? And the way that we were talking about this was that if we hit $150 of support, that I was going to open a new pack of cards. As you can see, we have 4 left. Well,
Does anybody know what that little cat thing is? Whatever that little cat thing is, it's really cute. It has like the Pusheen stripes, but it's not Pusheen. It's very cute. If anyone knows what that is, I would like to know.
What? We're changing that tonight. Tonight it's going to be if I get $100 of support, I open a pack.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You miss a little, you miss a lot. So that's where the money came from. You paywalled the cards. You paywalled the shitty fucking trading cards. Is it a wrist rest? Really? That is so cute.
If I get $200 of support, I open the next pack. And so on and so forth. All right?
Didn't you just make like $1,300 the other day and $600 the day before that? You only paid like $30 for that box of cards, didn't you? How about $10 and you'll open a pack? What the fuck? Right, Virgil? Of course he did.
So I'm reducing it. I'm reducing the goal. I'm reducing it all because I understand I may not be as much of a draw as Big Mouth, but...
Well, I mean, you can attempt to insult him all you want, but he made more fucking money than you did last night, so maybe you should have taken some lessons.
I'm still trying to make do with the content that I'm making, and I hope that you guys will still enjoy the show. All right? So, $100 for a pack, $200...
That is ridiculous. He's reducing it. How generous? Right. I cannot fucking believe it. I mean, if you're gonna paywall them, it is a route you can go. People can paywall their content if they want to. That's, I don't want to say that's, it is what it is. I'll say it like that. But how about $10 or something that's much more digestible for a lot of people? There you go, Lucky Gremlin. Like Lucky Gremlin says, maybe for, like subscribers on the channel or likes or something like that.
etc. And the overall goal of the night is $150 to get it going. All right. Now, the one thing I want to do, because even before we start with anything, okay, I want to focus more on these cards because, put effort, we hyped them up, and we kind of rushed through them because we blabbed last.
But he opened these cards last week, I thought. Didn't he open cards last week? Clearly, I guess he did. I'm stupid because there's cards sitting right there. Was there a paywall? Magically, I bet when Triple P was on there, there wasn't a paywall. Fast Caps, thanks for becoming a member, honey. I appreciate your generosity. Big ups.
week too much about nonsensical drama instead of actually focusing on the content of the show, which is pro wrestling. All right. So
needs a 1000% ROI. That is disgusting. Like,
what you see here are the cards that we opened last week, and there was a good variety of cards, but one out of all of these obviously stands out above the pack. And as I was actually looking at these cards this week, I realized something. One of these is actually a real rare card.
you love that one the most, don't you? Because he's the sweatiest and the manliest card. You really like that one, don't you? Smitty Weberman Jensen, thank you for the 5. Don't know if anyone else said this, but his entire business model is essentially a microtransaction. If you give me 100, but for another 100, everything is, it's paywalled on paywalled on paywalled. It's pay to play, basically.
Let me go ahead and adjust the
only way he will play is if you pay.
focus, because sadly this camera's autofocus isn't as great as I wish it was. This card right here is considered the chase card, the guaranteed chase card, I should say, of the box of WWE Topps Chrome cards that I got.
Could you even get it in the frame, right?
It is Shinsuke Nakamura, and I think it's called like I don't know if it's a chromium or a blaster card, but as you can see, it's numbered.
As you can see, I don't give a fuck.
I think you guys give me your opinion. What do you guys think? Darkside Dabbing says he actually likes the overlay. So you like this better? You think this is better?
Yeah, who would want it to be full screen?
What do you guys think?
Who on earth would want that?
You guys are not used to it. People are saying,
I'd rather play a shitty mobile game than donate to Dave. I'd rather wipe my ass with the money than give it to Dave.
They're now used to it. All right. Well, if you're used to it, I guess we can keep it. I'm okay with it. Either works. I'm okay with either. I'm shocked that you guys like this better, but we can. That's why I set it up. So we can keep it if that's what you guys want. Give me your feedback over the course of the night about what you really want. You know, we can change it on the fly or whatever you want to do. I'm trying to find the best setup for me here. That's probably the best setup for me for visually. All right, so
you should have already figured this out. You've only been doing it for 17 years, though. I guess we should give you a chance.
Before we get to any kind of pro wrestling content, all right?
No sleeves, no protectors, just shoved together in a pile that he keeps digging around into.
I think it's time for us to do some shout outs, shall we?
You'd have to take a bath to have bath water to sell.
Let's get some support going in for the show. We have a few tips that I'm about to read out, but it would be great to get our first super chat, a membership, or our first sub over on Kit. All right, can we do that?
How about thank you? How about thank you before you say, oh, by the way, please, sir, can I have some more? How about thank you for what you got in the first fucking place? You fucking goon.
Can we get some of that? That sure would be great if we could. All right? Now, in the meantime, let's shout out these tips. My leaderboard updating. Wow, it's taking forever to load. There it goes. Let's jump into some of these tips. Okay? So.
It gets to me sometimes when, usually I'm just here to poke fun at him and have a laugh at his expense. But it gets to me when he gets what he's asking for. He's asking for support. That's fine. Ask for support if you want to. But then he gets it, and then it's immediately, let's get some more. He hasn't even shouted out the tips yet. Hasn't even counted them yet. But give me some more. Give me some more. But I mean, I can't really be mad at him because these fucking idiots do it. I guess some of these dudes fucking like having their cubes like fucking stepped on or something. I don't know what their deal is.
Mulesy X with a $6.
If you're going to have someone talk to you like shit, like at least go like, I don't know, find like a dominatrix or something where like, you know, maybe you get something for paying someone to treat you like garbage.
20-cent tip said, always watching when I can. I'm glad your channel is doing well. Well, thank you to Neil.
His channel is not doing well. Dante Big Ups, thank you for the super chat. All right. And I can't, I think if I snort, I might actually cough. And then, here, I'll try to do a really gross phlegm thing there.
LZX for our first contribution of the night. $6.20 tip. I appreciate that. I don't know why is that so small? There we go. The text in my window was like tiny. I think maybe it refreshed or something.
Exactly. The lack of the sense of entitlement mixed with the, the lack of gratitude. And the entitlement is gross for sure. He thinks that all he has to do is plop his fat ass in this chair and people should hand him thousands of dollars. Like, that's like not cool. But the thing about it is that then he gets it, y'all. He gets the money and then goes, thanks for the money. More. Just like Iron Cuck. I could give you $1,000 and you would say, great, let me get 500 more. Let me get some more.
I think there we go. Thank you for the first contribution of the night there, Neil. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Okay. Thank you. Excuse me.
And then you get super classy shit like that.
$5 tip.
I don't want to hear him
From an anonymous tipper. It's a positive message. Let's get this up on the leaderboard and see what they have to say. Thank you so much.
Positive, so I'll allow it.
John Philip Stamos. Thank you to John Philip Stamos for our first sub of the night over on Kick. Let's get that up on the leaderboard.
Don't know if you saw my message. I unironically DoorDashed McDonald's today, but hey, at least I don't have to beg for it. You can DoorDash. You can play WWE Champions. You can drink. You can do whatever you like. We're all adults. We can play mobile games or spend money on mobile games. And you can even go on YouTube and beg for money if you want to. But at least when you get what you're asking for, say thank you. Sit down for a minute and fucking humble yourself, dude. The fact this is still working for you is nothing short of a fucking miracle. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do with his money. It doesn't bother me when he makes all that money because that shit is gone. As soon as that shit goes in his pocket, it's right out the other side. There's like literally a hole in his pocket. As soon as the money goes in, it falls right out of the fucking bottom because it's gone. It's gone to Scopely, it's gone to DoorDash, it's gone to whatever. And that's fine. He can do whatever he wants with it. But if they're giving it to you, you could say thank you. That's like my biggest gripe, like my biggest issue that, I don't know. The way I was raised, if someone gave you something and you didn't say thank you, you got smacked in the fucking mouth and told, what do you say? Don't be an ungrateful little bitch. You say thank you when someone gives you something.
Appreciate that. And a bunch of super chats just came in. Let's take a look at the super chats. So we've got Alex from Phoenix with our first super chat of the night, $5. He says, I love the show no matter what, Phil. I will continue to support it. I would like to help mod as well. Absolutely. Alex from Phoenix is actually a moderator over on my DSP gaming channel. And yeah, moderation will be needed. Let me see if he's in the
I forgot he doesn't do this on DSP gaming. I forgot.
Chat, so I can easily just click the name.
Will this be the next cuck that goes rogue?
Here we go. Boom, Alex.
Like, everybody has vices. Everybody has things that they like spending money on, and that doesn't make you a bad person. His addictions, as serious as they are, I mean, they really don't necessarily make him a bad person.
Phoenix, now moderator. Thank you, Alex.
It's his attitude about it. The I deserve attitude, the I'm entitled to. Your money is actually just my money that you're holding on to for me until I tell you that I want it. Oh, you want to thank you? How about you go fuck yourself and give me some more?
And let you get up on the leaderboard as well.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal to be an ungrateful piece of shit. It isn't, but this is why his reputation is garbage.
Well, as your first super chat,
among other things.
Of the night here. Cool. If anything, I understand that many of you probably started watching this show because PPP was a part of it.
Right.
But wouldn't it be something if tonight this show is successful without him and it shows that it was actually the quality of the pro wrestling content and not the carnival barker yelling at the top of his lungs, begging for contributions and making fun of me that was actually the attraction of the show? That would be amazing. Can we do?
So he can't beg, but you can. It's not okay when he does it. but it's okay when you do. Alrighty.
Do that tonight. Can we actually hit the goals? Can we maybe exceed them? What can we do? Right?
See, that right there. That right there is the shit that just absolutely turns my crank, and not in any of the fucking fun ways. Can we hit the goal and maybe get a little more? You could have capped that shit at, can we hit the goal? Because if you want more, then the goal is not the goal. When you hit the goal, you're done. If you get more cool,
I
then
don't know
you're
how it's
stupid. Then you're stupid as fuck, but okay. He thinks we're all stupid. Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
gonna go. But like I said, 3 different people already have messaged me behind the scenes, and I was blown away by that, but I didn't even notice because I only saw that right before I started the show today. Okay? Cool. Is that it? Did we get through it all? I think so. So not bad. We are already halfway to our first pack. Our first pack is at 100. Why am I doing? I'm showing you on the wrong camera. That's pretty impressively stupid, isn't it?
Well, I mean, at least you're aware of it, Grandpa.
Yes, Corner Demon has gifted a sub over on Kick.
Terrific. For shits and giggles, let's see how this went. Shoving cards in your face. Let's see.
I just can't promise you guys it'll be here in time for
How did the night turn out for Philly
Smart Guys
Boy?
next week, because last time it took over a week to get here. So I'll see how
I'm going to watch this for a couple minutes. Then I want to take a look at the Daily Fap, and then he'll hopefully be live. And so we'll see what he has to say
how
today.
fast I can get it for the show next week. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Okay. The main event was Seth Rollins against CM Punk in a steel cage match that's supposed to end their feud. All right? So, this is hilarious because Seth comes out. He's the
Stupid question. Steel cage match. Does that mean they actually fight in a steel cage? Or am I just being like hella regarded right now?
obvious heel in this match.
Oh, here
but
we
they're
go.
Still singing
We
his
got $309. I don't know where it came from.
theme song like he's a face. He's not. He's supposed to be the heel in this match. He's the one who attacked CM Punk at the end of the EC match, got him eliminated. He's the one that attacked Roman Rollins after the Royal Rumble. It doesn't make sense that the crowd is still singing his
They actually fight in a cage? That just doesn't sound safe.
theme, except
That must be the middle-aged woman in me talking. That just doesn't sound
that they're
very
all
safe.
brain-dead idiots, and they just like to sing the theme because it's a crowding thing. Yo, we know it. Let's do it, though.
Hold on, I gotta grab this. Can we just roll that back just like a little tiny bit?
In a steel cage match that's supposed to end their feud. All right? So, this is hilarious because
It's
Seth
not, but
comes
it
out.
looks cool. All right.
He's the obvious heel in this match, but they're still singing his theme song like he's a face. He's not. He's supposed to be the heel in this match. He's the one who attacked CM Punk at the end of the EC match, got him eliminated. He's the one that attacked Roman Rollins after the Royal Rumble. It doesn't make sense that the crowd is still singing his theme, except that they're all brain-dead idiots, and they just like to sing the theme because it's a crowding thing. Yo, we know it. Let's do it, though.
There we go. There's the one I'm looking for. Thank you. Can I get another one?
Ooh.
Eh.
Okay.
That one's not bad. There we go. All right.
Okay, we get it. He looks like an idiot. He's wearing a ridiculous outfit. His glasses look stupid. Looks pretty dumb. When Punk comes out, the crowd absolutely loves him. They're singing his theme. They're cheering like crazy.
All right, we're moving on.
Bloodline plotline, right? He was supposed to be
We're moving
actually
on.
good. And if you want my opinion,
I don't.
I'm getting excited because I feel like this build up. So first off, I'd like to say thank you guys for a great night. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your attendance. Thank you for your engagement. I hope that you enjoyed the fact that because we didn't have crappy filler wasting time, we actually got to cover not only all of the
Do you feel better now, honey? You got the spotlight off of you. That was really making you sweat and really making you uncomfortable. You must feel better now, surely.
wrestling in detail, but we also had fun actually really looking at the cards that we unpacked, and that we actually got to shout out all of
Look
the
at all this time
contributions
spent on
fairly.
cards.
We didn't rush through any. We didn't skip any, right? Now, absolute last chance if someone wants to contribute and support the show.
This whole thing was
and get us
cards.
to the 400.
This whole thing was cards. He makes you sit here and wait because he's a narcissist. He rambles on. Triple P sucks. This is one pack of cards. The second pack of cards. This is like some wrestling garbage. It actually says third pack.
In which case we'll unpack the final pack. But even if we don't, this is actually legitimately the most profitable show I've ever done of Smart Guys, because I don't have to share this.
Yeah, but Triple P was shining a spotlight on him that he didn't appreciate when he was like, are you going to apologize to Lex for calling her a slut? Are you going to do this and that?
It's all going to go to me, because I did the whole thing from top to bottom.
Wow, you opened 3 packs of cards. Good for you. I hope you didn't strain yourself, Grandpa. Big ups. All right, anyway, we're moving on. I want to see, and this will take me a second to get to. Do we get a date? The Daily Fap still goes on his channel, though, doesn't it?
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 13th of March, 2025. A day when I think we can actually all breathe a big sigh of relief.
I get all the money because I did all the work.
Okay, bro. Cool. Good. You watched television, took some notes, and then opened some cards. Good for you.
Because today is a day that is the end of drama. What I mean by that is the official, nonsensical.
He usually films these. He usually doesn't film these live.
Kino Casino eventual snaking arc has ended.
Eventual snaking. They've been fucking with you the whole time, bro.
It is, we saw what happened over the course of the last several weeks to this week. The truth has been exposed, even though not by the person who actually claims to expose truth, but by me.
Yeah, you exposed what was going on. Okay. Well, Triple P said he didn't even watch the wrestling shit this week, so.
And so we will get back to some normalcy.
But remember, he uncovered everything. He was the smartest boy. He was the bestest boy. He knew everything that was going to happen before it happened. He knew. He outsmarted.
And some good stuff.
I think Triple P was letting Phil keep most of the money anyways. I know a couple of times he said, because DSP was pissed he didn't hit any fucking goals. And Triple P was like, oh, you fucking baby, just keep the fucking money.
Not drama, but fun content around here, which is great. Not to say that I was engaged with a lot of drama.
He could barely pull 200 fucking people last night.
That's why it all came to this, quite frankly. I would see
Truth Seekers, Steven, and Triple P had thousands of people watching them
here and explain to you all the full situation, but I explained it all on today's Level 1 podcast. So I strongly recommend you go over there and you watch that show if you want to know what's going on. But in a nutshell, PPP went too far, continued to talk drama, insulting me and my family members. I drew the line and said, stop. He didn't. So I cut him off and said, I'm done with you.
Yeah, you really drew the line. Ooh, look out.
And he just basically went nuts today, losing his mind, going completely uncontrolled, acting like a fool, as happens with these people, right? When they lose control of a situation that they thought they fully had control of, they don't. I'm not under anyone's thumb. I never have been, okay? And so, all that being said.
Look at that fight for control. I'm not under anyone's control. I am my own person. I am my own. I just want to roll back for 1 second there. I just want to.
Have been, okay? And so, situation that they thought they fully had control of, they don't. I'm not under anyone. Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily
Out here.
Completely uncontrolled, acting like a fool, as happens with these people, right? When they lose control of a situation that they thought they fully had control of, they don't. I'm not under anyone's thumb. I never have been, okay?
Okay. That's interesting. It's what happens when people get out of control. When people get out of control and they act like a fool.
To defend themselves, right? They don't, what could they do? So, literal concrete evidence of it all. but they say shit all the time. All these crazy conspiracies they come up with, and YouTube allows it. YouTube just allows slander campaigns for personal gain. It's insane. Now, in reality, it's funny because
they get out of control, huh? They get out of control? Okay.
you know, by the way, how about this? I don't know what the fuck idiots are talking about with memes and shit. Oh, it's like, he's just like me. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't follow your dumb fucking memes. So take your meme and show it up your fucking ass, because I have the ability to make an observation that's factually fucking based. Oh. Just because I'm Dark Side Phil doesn't mean I get to ignore fucking facts that the characters in this game are going through what I go through on a daily fucking basis. Shut the fuck up. Holy fucking shit. Relax. Some people just can't control themselves.
But you have control, right? You're in control. It was other people that were acting a fool because you never act a fool. You never act a fool, right?
I'm not taking your shit. I don't care who the fuck it is. There's people in the chat right now. Oh, he's doing a meme. Oh, this is cringe. Shut the fuck up and eat it. Eat it. Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking. I'm tired of people saying that because I am who I am, I can't say a factual observation. It's a fucking fact that the characters in that game are going through what I have factually gone through on a daily fucking basis for years. So shut the fuck up. I am not putting up with any of this shit ever again. You're gonna tell me I can't make a factual observation? How about you kiss my and I'm
Kiss my fucking ass and lick my balls, because we all know the song. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that I'm sorry. Let's go back where we were about control and people getting crazy and, you know, people just acting a fool. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need that again.
It all came to this, quite frankly. I would sit here and explain to you all the full situation, but I explained it all on today's Level 1 podcast. So I strongly recommend you go over there and you watch that show if you want to know what's going on. But in a nutshell, PPP went too far, continued to talk drama, insulting me and my family members. I drew the line and said, stop. He didn't. So I cut him off and said, I'm done with you. And he just basically went nuts today, losing his mind, going completely uncontrolled, acting like a fool.
Going uncontrolled, acting like a fool. Well, it's a good thing you've never done that. Moving on.
As happens with these people, right?
Exactly. As happens with these people. People like you.
When they lose control of a situation that they thought they fully had control of, they don't. I'm not under anyone's thumb. I never have been, okay?
No one owns me. No one can control me. I am the horse that cannot be tamed.
And so,
Okay, guy. I mean, that's not a good thing.
all that being said,
You need someone to control you. You seriously need adult supervision immediately, if not sooner.
today on the podcast, we had a ton of attendance and engagement and all of that.
A lot of attendance is a lie. This is like a lot of people again.
But I left it at that, and I said, I'm not going to insult this guy. We're not going to do anything toxic or negative. Instead, we're just
Except you called him big mouth and everything else. But okay.
going to move on positively and ignore all the nonsense, despite the fact he texted me threatening DMs on X and said awful things about me on X, and then he went on a show.
I really highly doubt that he texts you threatening things.
I talk shit about me. I mean, his whole day was
He
about
talks shit about you, but like, who gives a fuck?
me. Meanwhile,
My Little Phony, that's pretty good.
I was just doing my thing. One, remake.
I'm still positive it's not pronounced Soikuden.
A good two.
I don't know how it is pronounced. I can admit that I don't exactly know how I would say that, because there are words in English that I struggle with, but I'm positive it can't be Soikuden.
Hours of content, advancing the plot, going to a whole new area of the map, recruiting a whole bunch of people, rescuing some people in a town that were being attacked by the Imperials, and then heading into the part of the game where it's a plot line between
Blah, 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 blah.
about the future of the show, the fact that several people are contacting me about being a possible host of the show moving forward, including
Because there's always going to be someone in line. This is a good one, excuse me. There's always going to be someone in line to milk you, to snake you, to make you look like a bigger asshole. Are you done being stupid yet? Are you done?
Ethan, Ralph, and others, okay?
Why are you so excited about that.
But there's been like multiple people contacting me, and the fact that I may be looking for a co-host moving forward, or I might just do a solo. I don't know. Tonight was a test case. Could the show work solo? Will people show up and engage and support with the show? Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I received more support for the show than I've ever gotten before on Smart Guys. Okay? Now you might say, well, I don't get it because when you were doing that show with PPP, one night you got like over $600. It's true. But I keep it all now. I'm not splitting it with him, right? None of that nonsense. In addition,
but if you made 600, even though you split it, you still got 300. So no, you didn't make more than you ever have before. 600 divided by 2 is 300. You made $300. What?
when I was splitting it with him, I was giving him 50% while I was paying taxes. So actually, I was making less than him on the show while he was making more. And I felt, well, that's because he's a draw for the show. Well, I hate to say it, after tonight, he wasn't a draw for the show. I was able to maintain that show, run it well.
No, you're right. He was the draw on another show, and those gentlemen made thousands of dollars. So have fun with your $300, loser. Have fun with your $300 that you've already pissed away, that you've already, and it's fucking gone. You're right. He went on another show and made thousands of dollars. So yeah, we're all felted, bro. We're all fucking felted. That's right. You got us. You sure got one over on him making $300. He doesn't want your lousy fucking $300. You think he did this shit to make $300? Triple P didn't do the shit to make $300. That's your slimy, scandalous ass, not Triple P. You're the one obsessed with a few fucking $100.
Well, no drama.
They made thousands over there on Truth Seekers last night. And Triple P was like, you know what? I don't even want the money. You can keep it. So we know where you're at, bro. We know where you stand. Have fun with your $300. What's that? 2 fucking Scopely payments and some fucking DoorDash? Big ups, pimp. Big ups. You're winning at life. Whatever life is, I'm doing it wrong. You're the czar of right. I'm floating in a sea of wrong, not doing anything right. I concede, you win, eat a dick.
Commentary. We opened 3 packs of Topps cards together. Nothing really great, but we did actually take a...
Anyway, this is pissing me the fuck off and I don't care anymore. And thankfully, something's here to save me. And it's called the guy is deciding to join us here. So let's go swing on over to Raw Phil here. I usually try to spare you guys that. I'm sorry.
What is going on, everyone? Guess what?
Didn't you just wear this shirt like 2 days ago? Honey, do you only have like 3 shirts? Are you okay?
It's the end of the week. Jeez, this week just flew by with so much crazy stuff going on, let's be honest. Today, on the show, I am going to get back to normalcy. And today we have some very...
Oh, boo. Normal boo.
Positive, exciting things to talk about. For example, we got to figure out what's the next DSP tries it because we're 63 goals into 70 and we don't even know yet, right? Also, a couple nights ago, we completed my last Lego build. Well, actually, it was my first Lego build. And what we need to do is try to...
You are supposed to have more than three shirts, yes.
Figure out what kind of Lego build we'd like to do next. And of course, we're going to talk about the schedule. I actually think there's new releases next week, but I've been so discombobulated recently, we got to get back on track, all right? So today, on the week-ending episode of the show, we will relax, chill, plan, and have a good time. All this and more on today's episode of The Level.
All of what? You didn't say anything. We have to talk about what goal to hit. That's all we're doing. What? I am confusion.
Alrighty, everyone. Sorry, I was filling up my drink. Good morning and welcome to the show. How is everyone? It is Friday the 14th of March 2025.
Happy Pi Day, everybody.
A week-ending podcast today, and it's time to get back on track, reassess where we are, figure out things like the schedule. I know it's been very chaotic around here recently, but today we get back to some normalcy, which is great, okay? And I welcome you all to the show, both on YouTube and on Kick. We're going to recap what went down yesterday for some fun and to talk about the results of last night. Holy crap, I couldn't be more pleased with how things went last night.
He ate the cake. I don't remember when. For some events, the one that Rare Tricks got him, he ate it.
And a couple other updates. All right, first off,
Rare Tricks broke Pignosis shortly after that when he appeared on Truth Seekers, and I believe Rare Tricks hangs out with Duty on Duty streams now.
Let's start off talking about these stupid technical issues I'm still having. Can you believe we are in the middle of March, 2.5 months into the new year, and I'm still having technical issues with my new, setup? And
yes, I do believe that.
If anything, it just goes to show that when you have a...
What do I prefer, dork guy or snort guy? Well, if you mean for smart guys, I think snort, because it starts with an S. For like continuity purposes, I like snort guy, plus he, snorts.
A consistently working setup, even if it's outdated, even if it's like laughably dusty.
I think Rare Tricks, I've never seen Rare Tricks in here, but I know he hangs out in Duty Stream. I think Jordan does too. But Lucky Gremlin's in here now. King Be Cruel will pop in here from time to time. We had War Dog in here the other day. So there are some people who used to give this guy money who hang out in here. Big ups.
Dirty.
Way to break the pignosis.
Whatever. If it's reliable, it leads to more consistency and less chaos. That PC that I had for
I'm so
over
sick
10...
of this fucking dude. I'm so sick of this fucking guy. Like, I don't know what my problem is, if I'm particularly like womany and moody today or what, but like I'm so fucking over this dude. Let me grab this. All right, off we go.
Years, day in, day out. When I turned that sucker on, it worked. There was a few bumps in the road. Near the end there, we were having some microphone issues and we were having some video corruption issues. But, man, it's annoying now that I have a brand new PC, right? We're using it for high-quality video, high-quality streaming, multiple camera shots, right? Being able to do so many more things with the technology than ever before, but it's also led to way more issues. And I think
it hasn't led to way more issues. If you weren't stupid, you wouldn't have any issues.
That's just kind of a necessary evil to having a better setup with more tech involved. I actually have 2 key lights, which is why now I look better on camera.
What other DSP related videos are on the backlog? We have to talk about that.
Every day, I don't know if you guys noticed, I was just using that one key light for many months.
Japanator, what's going on, honey? How you doing? Big ups.
And everyone said, Phil doesn't even know how to use lights. So I got this other key light for the face cam, and I realized the show looks better with...
You don't know how to use your dick, bro, but I mean, like, whatever.
2 key lights,
okay.
Right? So I'm just going to leave them on from now on. And so these cameras are still a pain in my neck. What I mean by that is it's not even...
What I mean by that is I'm too stupid to figure them the fuck out.
Consistent which camera malfunctions. Sometimes this one just turns off in the middle of the show. Sometimes this one just turns off in the middle of the show.
That's a good one. Look at how 220. Look at how dead he fucking looks behind the eyes. Look how dead he is inside. Ugh, dead and dented, man. Ugh.
Sometimes if I unplug and replug, they'll work. Sometimes if I unplug and replug, they'll turn off again. It doesn't matter what USB port I put it in. If it's the motherboard connected port, the front...
That is going to be an amazing fucking hella dented thumbnail. That's going to be a good one.
Port, the actual USB hub that's powered independently from the PC. It just keeps happening. All right? And I don't know how to fix it, but...
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Last night during Smart Guys, everything worked flawlessly. And I was trying to think, what was I doing different?
Maybe not chewing on your finger like a disgusting creep.
What was different last night from the previous streams where we were having the issues? And I think I may have figured it out, but probably not. But I had the third-party software that comes with these cameras opened. Why? Because during Smart
5 minutes of Google research would solve half his problems. Dude, that's probably that's probably underestimating. Probably more.
Guys, I like to use an alternate camera angle that I've already programmed into that software, okay? And that camera angle allows us to look at the keyboard area so that we could do the unpacking of the Topps collector cards.
I'm sorry, that little cat thing is so cute. 220 unhinged, thank you for the 5. I still don't understand why he needs a camera to follow him when he literally sits in one spot. Also, are they connected to a USB hub?
During Smart Guys. So
That I don't know. I also don't know why he needs the camera to follow him. Honestly, that's just shit he bought. Half of the shit that he got is just stuff he thinks it's cool. He tries to convince people that he needs it, but he doesn't.
have the software open to cut angles, right?
Right? That little, okay, bear with me. I'm going to go on Amazon and see if I can find this kitty.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute. All night, I
might have to get this kitty thing.
And I had the third-party software open. Could it be that if I have the third-party...
I don't need a wrist rest because I'm not 80, but it's still cute.
Software open, it stops that issue? So I'm going to try this from now on. I'm actually going to leave this third-party software open while I'm streaming, and hopefully this is going to solve the issue. If it doesn't, then on to the next attempt at something, right? I'm just trying to figure stuff out. Maybe it's it, maybe it's not. All right, and I apologize today if the camera turns off during the show.
No one cares.
Obviously, that sucks. There's nothing I can do about it. We'll just unplug and replug and carry on, right? I'm not going to sit here and...
Oh my God, I found it. Oh my God, I found it. Yeah, $6.99. Yeah, I think this might have to come home to me.
Gnash my teeth and wail like a baby about it. Just gonna say,
it was sent to him by a fan, the little kitty cat wrist. It's $7. No, he's making people send him things that cost $7.
well, push forward positively, which is my mantra, right? Okay. Now, outside of that, let's start talking about how everything has gone down recently. Yesterday, there was a big question mark about...
I love cats, and it's a tragedy because I can't have cats because I'm very allergic, but I love like Pusheen and cats, and yes, I know it's a very girly thing. We're moving on now. I will buy it later.
Last night's episode of Smart Guys, which is my pro wrestling commentary show that I do over on my DSP Reacts channel and also on my Kick channel.
Lucky Gremlin's here with us.
Was there a big question about how it was going to go? Because for the first time in over 2 months, episode 9 was solo, meaning it was Smart Guy, only me, doing the actual comment.
It was Snort Guy sitting there all by himself, dicking around, opening his fucking little cards. That shit was so sad. Phil's poor. He needs that money for Bill's taxes and for his wife. Well, it sounds like his wife should go get a better fucking JOBs if she needs so much fucking money.
Commentary. And
there's a $15 one that's cat paws. Oh, I can't start like collecting things though. Jim, thanks for the 3 for the kitty wrist rest fund. Oh, thank you.
To be honest, all right, it felt refreshing. Why? Because there wasn't an incredibly loud, blubbering person going off on tangents.
Ooh. Shots fired.
Because there wasn't an incredibly loud, blubbering person going off on tangents, screaming at the top of their lungs, begging people constantly for contributions, and basically...
I'm the only one allowed to beg for contributions. Mom, thanks for the 2. Let's hit the kitty wrist rest goal. There's no goal. You guys stop it. I'm buying it anyway.
Trailing the entire show with drama.
It's already in the cart.
Instead, we focused on wrestling. And guess what happened? Not only did we cover both SmackDown and Raw.
Stop it. There's a 2-pack for $10. Wait a minute.
But we actually looked at all these cards that we unpacked. I learned stuff about the wrestlers on the cards because people were telling me all about them. We actually had conversation.
Oh my God, there is.
We went back and forth. And I was like, whoa, this feels good. This feels better than me having this commentary with this other guy. Instead, it's us having the conversation.
Okay, I don't even need one. Again, I use a laptop and I'm not 80. I don't use I think I got to get these.
And it felt like an interactive show, which is what I like to do.
They're so
And
cute.
the thing is, I get it that the show started as a back and forth co-commentary. But
Oh, I guess we're gonna talk. I guess we're not ready to let this go. I guess we're gonna talk some more shit. Let me put my phone all the way over here where I can't keep looking at kitty cats on Amazon. And I guess we have more shit to talk about Triple P. So here we go.
I have steered
There's a cat keyboard. Okay,
a
stop.
ship
No.
solo
No.
for over 10
No.
years. All the content that I've ever made since I've been out here in Washington State, which I moved to in 2014, has been me doing it all. So I'm used to this. In fact,
Am I going to charge for a wrist rest? No. We can go on Amazon and I can show you the picture of it, or when they actually get here, because I'm ordering them shits, I'll take a picture of it and I'll just post it on YouTube.
I'm much better at
you guys
this
can
now
see
than
it.
I was way back then when I think that show worked, Smart Guys, the original, I mean, because it was a co-op commentary show. Now I'm just used to doing this kind of stuff.
I'm sorry,
okay?
we're focused.
So, yeah, it basically went really well.
I'm sorry. Let
Okay,
me roll back.
and
We're moving
way back
forward here.
then for co-commentary. But I have steered a ship solo for over 10 years. All the content that I've ever made since I've been out here in Washington State, which I moved to in 2014, has been me doing it all. So I'm used to this. In fact, I'm much
Except for all the people who made the thumbnails and the tier makers and all the people who do the editing. What about all that work on Throwback? That was all you? All that work for Throwback? Really? Oh, I don't know.
better at this now than I
All the people that have helped you and handheld you through all the games and handheld you through all the tech issues and people that have bought you all this shits.
was way back then when I think that show worked, Smart Guys, the original, I mean, because it was a co-op commentary show. Now I'm just used to doing this kind of stuff, okay? So, yeah, it basically went really well, okay? And views were good, engagement was good, the content was good because we covered all of the wrestling, okay?
I'm going to just go on ahead and X to Gout that the content was good. He couldn't pull more than 200 viewers. I just hit 2,000 subs when I was streaming Triple P on Truth Seekers last night. I had 500 and something people in here. I have 2,000 subs. Hey Vigo, what's going on? How you doing? Jerry, thanks for the 2. Avatar with cat ears? No, I don't think so.
And
I'm 40 years old. I don't think so.
Can believe it. I actually had more support
that's for the cute young ladies to do
on
that,
that
not
show
me.
than I have ever had on another episode of Smart Guys since we brought the show back. Now, before you say, well, that doesn't...
Did you catch any of that shit last night, Iviga? I know you were here for a hot minute. Have you seen that shit was wild? Oh
Makes
my God.
sense. Because if you look at the previous shows, there was one show where you made over $600, and there was one show where you made over $500. How could that have been the best show? You forget something. The old show was split 50-50.
So if you split 600 50-50, you made $309 last night. If when you did the show with Triple P, you made 600, you still got 300. So this wasn't the best show that you ever did.
With my former co-host, PPP. He was getting half, I was getting half.
But if he would have been here last night, you more than likely would have made more than 300.
Guess who was eating all the taxes on that? Me. So basically,
You feel like someone stomped on your throat? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. Thanks. I appreciate everyone who subbed.
was making less on those previous shows and all of that. Now, I'm keeping it all. And yes, I still have to pay taxes on it. But that show last night, run just by me, over $300 of support, was the most profitable of any Smart Guys that I've done up to this point.
That's not how math and numbers work. No, that's not how any of this. I know I went to public school in like a fucking poor like place or whatever, but that's not how numbers work.
And guess what? It looked better. It sounded better. It was on time.
You're the one who can't be on time. What are you talking about on time?
All those things that I can't really control when there's outside factors. Okay?
Interesting, because last night Triple P told us what a fucking drama queen and what a diva you are to work with. That he had to painstakingly, if I could English, that he had to painstakingly talk about every single thing that was going to be talked about with you before it happened. And when I was talking privately with Steven from Truth Seekers, he told me the same thing, that you were a giant pain in the ass, hitting him up over and over and over, trying to, figure out what every single part of the show was going to be before the show even happened, instead of just saying, hey, let's do a show. So I've gotten 2 people now that tell me what a fucking drama queen and a diva you are to work with. So I'm sorry, what? I don't know. This whole thing fell apart pretty quickly. And Steve and Triple P were able to come together and do a show. I was on Truth Seekers 2 days after your interview. I think me and Steve exchanged about maybe a dozen messages. Want to do a show? Sure. Saturday? Cool. This time? Cool. Cool. Text you Saturday. Cool. So I'm sorry, what?
To be honest, yeah, there was a lot of issues with mics and stuff that I had nothing to do with. I knew how to run my ship, but there was a lot of technical issues that were not on my side. All right, so
Sir, are you talking about somebody else having technical issues? Are you fucking for real right now? Like fur. Are you serious, dude? You're gonna shit on somebody else having technical issues? Really? Okay.
Now, the show ran pretty well. The overwhelming feedback I've gotten was, it was great. Please keep the show going through WrestleMania. That's the overwhelming feedback that I got.
Both of your fans told you that?
Got last night. All right. So I'm going to do that. Smart Guys will continue through WrestleMania. Now, after WrestleMania, we're going to kind of reassess and say, is this something that I want to keep doing? Is it working? Because the thing is, it's called,
if it's not making me any money, fuck this shit. I don't want to do it anymore.
diminishing returns, right? This week was amazing because it was the first solo show and everyone was going crazy.
People wanted to see you open the cards that you told them that you would open, and you paywalled them, you fucking dick sneeze. You bought the cards being like, oh, we're going to open these on the show, and then you paywalled them. They didn't have a choice but to give you money, or you weren't going to fucking do anything, you piece of shit. You were going to sit there like a fucking loser. $100 to open a pack of cards. If you feel good about that, you don't have a soul. Flat out. If you feel cool about what you did last night, there's something wrong with you internally, bro, in your fucking upstairs, man.
To see if I could do it for myself and what would happen. But moving forward, likely what's going to happen is the drama viewers will be gone, and it's going to be focused more on my fans and wrestling fans, right? I still think
both of them.
I think that'll be a good crowd, but will that be a good amount of people to watch, engage, and support, or are we going to see a giant dip every single week? It remains to be seen. Let's see what happens.
Does it though? Because I don't really think that it does remain to be seen. I think it's seen pretty well right now. What you did was you took the show and you just flipped it and you made it the same shit you always do. It's the same shit that your little cucks are programmed to know. Oh, if I want this content, I must pay. Hold on, daddy. Let me get my Velcro wallet here. All you've done was take it and flipped it and made it gross.
Over the next several weeks, it'll be...
I can't even deal with you. Lucky Gremlin, thank you for the 5 gifted, sweetheart. I appreciate your generosity. Big ups to everybody who got one.
more exciting for wrestling because...
Crap, I was supposed to do emotes. Why did that just hit me? Oh, I'm stupid. Hold on, I'm going to write it down.
This is the build-up to WrestleMania. Every week they're in a European country doing an international show at a big arena, giant feel, and all these epic matches will be going down. So...
because I have to redo the member board. I have to update the member board. And then I got to do emotes.
It very well could go, really
If you guys have ideas for emotes that you want, let me know.
well. Or at the same time, it might not. We'll have to see. Now, on the same time that all of that is going on, okay, we've also got people contacting me to be a co-host on the show. Now I've been contacted.
He's so excited that people contacted him to be on the show.
It's ridiculous. Like 5 or 6 different people have contacted me. Now, admittedly, some of these people, I don't know who they are. And here's the thing. people who are contacting me, all right,
You guys don't want cat emotes. Stop it.
and saying,
I could make cat emotes out the ass.
hey, I want to be a part of the show. Thank you for that. But you got to understand that I'm essentially looking to people who I know, who I can trust. Or
I kind of feel like maybe we need a triple P emote. Somebody suggested a broken heart or some kind of like a breakup one. Somebody suggested, what was it? Pigroach. I'm trying to write these down too. So like I say, any suggestions, like I have some ideas, but you know.
Or who have a track record of content on the internet that I can look at and say, okay, this is really how they're going to behave. This is the kind of content they can put out. Now, this show, I'm going to put you on my show and it's your audition show and you just completely blow it, right?
You guys want cat as a nun?
So essentially,
I'm not your mom. I don't know how I'd make that work, but I'll write it down.
what I'm
I'm gonna have
to
to work on these tomorrow though.
is start talking to people. I just like a couple people I messaged back last night and I went to sleep. All right. So I haven't looked. I keep telling you guys, I'm not really like checking my DMs constantly because I'm busy. But I will be in contact with several different people over the course of likely this weekend into next week. And I'm going to see if I can make it work or what could happen. Very well, leading up to WrestleMania, we may have a couple shows where we have some people as a co-host, as a test run to see how they do. All right. Now, I'm not promising that because I very well might start talking to some people and be like, oh, shit, I don't think so. Right. I don't know. It is my show. It's my baby. I brought it back after a decade of being retired. I'm really enjoying doing it. I don't want to run it into the ground now for the sake of this, who's going to be the co-host and stuff like that. All right. I'm not going to.
We definitely know if you're going to do any work, you're not going to do very much of it. I wrote all those down, by the way. Soul Maiden, IRS, Nuncat, and Dick Sneeze, and all those other ones. I wrote them down. The Fat Man 69. Nice. Thank you for the $5. PPP on Truth Seekers destroying Phil for 3 hours was glorious. I couldn't agree more. He fried Phil to a crisp and then buried him. Phil was probably crying at 4 a.m. And as we learned from Triple P, he was crying at 4 a.m., drunk on gin, with no one to text now because he was trying to text Triple P and cry and whine and moan. Apparently, this dude would get drunk according to Triple P, this dude gets fucked up every night and texts PPP, whining and moaning and complaining about the shit going on in his life. We did not get him to divulge much more information than that because I want to know what he was going on about, but Triple P wouldn't do it. But we know that this dude gets fuckered up, okay? Probably just fucking like toe up at this point. And then texts that he's whining and crying.
Guarantee anything. At the same time, I want you to understand something. This is all not scripted. This is all happening in real time. It's real stuff. It's not, Phil planned this all along and it's some evil plan to now get attention on his show and stuff. It's not. It's real life stuff. It's drama nonsense, I know. But
apparently Phil told Triple P that Kat is getting more religious and he feels like he needs to be more religious. And that's apparently the reason why he doesn't want to do the drama stuff. So take that with a grain of salt. Not that Triple P was told that. I'm sure that he was. But is that story a big bunch of bullshit? Essentially, he told Triple P the reason why he doesn't want to do the drama, he feels he needs to be more religious because Kat is apparently becoming more religious. If she's having health problems, I could maybe see that potentially being true. Sometimes when you are going through something, and it depends on what age you are too, there's an age where you become dauntingly aware of your own mortality. Not quite sure she's old enough for that though, but she's like 30 some. I'm 40. I had my holy shit, you gonna die someday moment. So maybe it's happening because she's sick. I'm not really sure. The Fat Man, thanks for the 2. The only man making Kat happy now is Jesus. Amen. Testify.
We're going to move forward positively either way. All right. So no matter what.
She's religious, but doesn't want any kids. Don't get it twisted, Lucky Gremlin. He doesn't want any kids. Kat didn't get a say in that. If you want to be with him, you don't want children. Flat out. Remember, he said, oh, we talked about it and we don't want to have kids. No, that's not how that shit worked. He let her know loud and clear he ain't having no kids. She must have apparently been okay with that, but beggars can't be choosers when you don't have anywhere else to go. My opinion, for what it's worth, I could be totally fucking wrong, though.
Look, smart guys.
The shit I am wrong about is great, I promise you.
Will continue through WrestleMania, and then we'll see after WrestleMania.
Yeah, you told us this last night, Grandpa. Move on.
Should I keep doing it or not? Okay? There may or may not be some guest hosts coming on.
If the government won't stop him from having children, let's hope God does, okay?
A few episodes to see how it goes. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if it's going to be next week. Why? I'm going to be pretty busy this coming week, not only with normal work, but actually working on my taxes and stuff like that. I'm going to be like slammed. So I don't even going to have like as much time as I usually have to work on stuff. I'm going to have even less. So we'll see what happens. All right. And I'll keep you guys in the loop once once we start getting stuff going. If you're someone who's messaged me, because there's a bunch of people who've messaged me, and you're like, oh, Phil's not messaging me back. It's been
Look out, a lot of people strikes again.
because I'm busy. I'm slammed. I swear I'll get to you. Some people I did initially respond to last night, and I know I haven't checked my DMs again since, so I don't know if they responded back or not. I'll do
X to gout.
my best, okay? I will. Fair enough? All right. So Smart Guys kicked ass last night. It did. We had great views, great engagement, great support. We opened 3 packs of cards. We hit 2 goals towards our big goals running. That's why we're at 63 right there out of 70, which was amazing, obviously. And by the end of the night, we only had 1 pack of Topps cards left. So last night, I ran to the internet trying to find more cards because I wanted to order another box for next week's show. Guys, it's getting hard.
So you don't have time to do anything, but you got time to go shopping online in the middle of the night. How much time do you spend with your wife again?
Like these cards are in massive demand.
He does. He has a CPA or something who does his taxes for him. You are correct.
And you can't buy them from any
This is the lucky gremlin who gave Phil lip once. Yes.
store at all. I can't even get them from the same
The legend, the lucky gremlin, is here hanging out with us. So nobody be a dick, because that shit's not cool.
place that I got them last time. So whatever it is with these cards, people love them. I don't get it, but people are going crazy for these cards. And, excuse me, I did manage to finally find and order another box. And if everything is as they're promising, I should have the box for
Who are these people messaging Phil late at night? Those like robot, like default bot chicks that probably want like $4.99 a minute.
next week. So we'll see if it actually comes. We'll see, what happens with that. Hopefully it does actually show up. And, I hope.
Yeah, Lucky Gremlin was calling him out on his bullshit for like a hot minute. I'm surprised that he hung as long as he did. But here's the thing, Lucky Gremlin was generous and gave him stuff. He wants to get rid of you immediately as soon as you, go against the fucking crown. But he'll give you a minute if you give him money. Fuck, look how long Iron Cuck was there.
Oh, fingers.
Iron Cuck ran over to Kick and did a whole fucking stream about him. And then came back and didn't even get banned. He got his little sword or whatever the fuck taken away, but...
Crossed that it all works out well. All right, let's see. Hopefully it shows up for next week's show. So when will Smart Guys be next week? Thursday night. And people might be like, wait, what? Thursday? You were always doing it on Tuesday. True. But at this point now, I need to take some time, like I said, to do all their stuff anyway. So we're going to do it Thursday night of next week. Will it always remain Thursday night? I don't know. But it will be Thursday night of next week, which would be what? The 20th? That's going to be Smart Guys next week.
Quick
Thursday
math.
night,
Good for you, guy.
Okay? All right. Good stuff. Now, outside of that,
He's already out of shit to say, y'all.
everything else went well yesterday. The Suikoden stream went well. And, the content went fine. As you know,
Why wouldn't it have gone fine? What are you talking about, bro?
I'm not a drama dude. I don't give a shit about it. All these morons who are out there always constantly talking junk about me. And then there's more to add to the pile, more people with zero originality and zero to add to the world. And they just keep doing it. So I ignore it, and I'm not going to address any of it. All right? I don't care what.
I have to be original when you play video games for a living, bro. You realize my job is to make you interesting. All you have to do is play a video game. Do you realize how much harder my fucking job is than your job? The game is entertainment for you and hopefully for your audience. I don't even watch your fucking gameplay. I have to make this digestible. So do other detractors. It's not just me. We have to make you digestible for other people while we're reporting on the gossip in the news. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Do you know how hard that is?
Anyone says about me.
To be good at it, you really have to be good at this. I'm lucky I'm such a bitch to begin with, or I wouldn't make this half as fun as I do.
I don't care what nonsense they bring up. I've been there, done that. It's the old shtick, and I just, whatever. I'm doing my own thing on my channel. I hope you guys will hang out with me and have a good time. I am so far.
I got my ticket for the circus. I'm here every day, bro.
Above their bullshit nonsense. I don't have to address it or waste any time with it. Okay? Cool. So, what we need to do is start.
Remember when Phil said streaming was harder than editing videos? It's absolutely not. Not for me, anyway.
Talking about upcoming rewards for goals hit and also the Lego build. Because yesterday, let's look at the Lego first. This is so cool, all right?
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I love y'all, but Skip Juice, don't fail me now.
Okay.
Oh, are we going to buy more Legos? Hold on, you guys. We're going to buy more Legos.
And yes, there's others because this is Little Shop of Horrors, Audrey too. But this is the Lego Piranha Plant, okay? And I wanted to see, so it's
Iviga smells amazing. I'm curious as to how you would know that.
540 pieces. So it's actually not as big or complicated as this succulent build. The succulent build was 771 pieces. This is 540, so it's a little less. Okay? But it is just.
Do you think you could do it in 3 hours? Probably not.
Just one thing.
Yeah, he's on Amazon.
It's not 3 sets of plants that we're building individually. It's one thing.
He's got a Firehouse subs tab open up there.
And it's cool, obviously, because it's branded to Mario.
DSP
okay.
Gaming.
I don't know why it's. Get out of there.
DSP Reacts.
As you can see, it's about $50. That's fine.
Things.
Like,
yeah, he's got a Firehouse subs tab open up there.
Seriously, I know it's expensive. James just said, holy shit, Lego is expensive. Yes, it is. Like, no lie. This
Among Us, thank you for re-upping the membership. My 6-year-old finds Legos boring. It's not for everybody.
This plant, likely, since it's only 550 pieces, will not be as big as this.
Yeah, there we go.
Succulent.
Hard for me to hit it.
One, right? But this could look like something pretty cool for the background. Okay? So it's just an example, and I think it's a good
More toys for the background.
Suggestion. Okay? That's right. Jade had said, is there a Lego Venom? I don't even know. Let's see. Lego Venom. Ooh, there's a Lego Venom head. Oh, it's a mask? It's an actual mask. It's very expensive. As you can see, it's $130.
$130? Get out of here.
Oh, here's a Lego Venom. Fully articulated figure. $70. Dang. They're expensive. Holy shit. Lego Marvel Spider-Man Daily Bugle. $335.
That looks cool.
Oh, boy. Okay, then. Lego War Machine. They have everything. They have all the Marvel stuff. Yeah, they do. Marvel Lego Venomized Groot. A Venomized Groot. When did that happen?
Can't spend $130 on it, but he can spend $50 grand a year on WWE champions. He'll spend $2,000-$3,000 in a weekend on WWE champions, but $130 for that Lego? Nah, you got me fucked up.
Exactly. Big Papa Phil says, "Oh, Legos are for the 1% now."
So is WWE Champions then.
It's in
Oh, this thing looks so cool. Oh my God.
stock. It is so expensive, dude. Wow.
But it's so cool though. How many pieces is that? I don't know if he's going to even scroll. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. The Fat Man 69. Nice. Thanks for the 5. I hope long after humans are gone and extinct, aliens come to Earth and all they find are DSP videos and watch them and they say the same complaints.
Yeah, I mean, something like this would be like, okay, I would consider, I'll be honest, I would consider something like this, but this has to be
No way. You would never. You'd want $10,000 and you'd want someone to buy this thing for you.
like the end game. This has to be like, we've done a year of Legos and they've all been greatly successful and everyone's loving it. And I said, let's just do like a year-ending explosion. Let's do the Millennium Falcon, right? The craziest, expensivest Lego you've ever seen. It's like the cost of a PC, right? Then I would consider doing it. There's no way we're going to be doing this right now. That's just insanity, but that's cool to look at. I mean, that looks awesome.
It really does. It really does. I love Star Wars. I don't even care who knows it. I love Star Wars. Quark Cities, thank you for the 5 gifted, honey. Big ups to everybody who got one. I appreciate you.
What's funny is when you search for it, you get like stands. Look, buy the stand for it. Buy the acrylic stand for it. There's a million, there's other ones too that are lower end. This is the high end one. There's like low end ones too that are like $200. I kind of like the Star Destroyer. That's pretty cool. How big is it? Well, it's decent size, like this big. That's pretty cool, the Star Destroyer. And you get a bunch of figures with it. So, all right, some things to think about, right?
Favorite Star Wars? Oh, I don't like that question. Oh,
what other suggestions do you guys have? Because again, I'm open to suggestions here when it comes to what you guys would like to see. Any other big ones?
All right, people gonna hate me for it, but I gotta say it because I know what it is. The Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars.
Fed Roger says if you end up spending 5 to 6 streams doing it, you'll get the money back. Well, Fed Roger, here's the deal. I don't think anyone wants to.
I want way more money than that. Y'all don't understand. I need way more money.
Spend 2 months building one Lego, right? Even the succulent, which I did once a week for 3 weeks and finished it, people were like, it took too long. Okay?
I have to pick one favorite Pokemon? No. No, you can't expect me to do that.
People are saying Death Star.
Even though I'm old, so I literally only I refuse to accept anything other than Gen 1. That's still 151 choices. You can't do that to me.
They don't have it. Nope. When I search for Death Star, I get everything but.
Meowth and Persian, they're fine.
Oh, wait, are you talking about this one? Oh my God. It's even worse. You ready for this?
Just pick Ditto. There you go.
1,000 pieces.
You mean $1,000? That's got to be more than 1,000
pieces. Look at
pieces.
this thing. I want to stop with the stupid zoom. No, excuse me. 4,016 pieces. So to make this clear, the succulent was 771 pieces. Okay? So this is 5 to 6 times the amount of pieces. A 4,000.
Cubone is the cutest Gen 1 Pokemon. It's pretty cute.
1,000-piece Lego set.
It's pretty cute.
I mean, again, this is like the grand finale.
All right, fine. Again, I can pick one. I can pick a favorite one, but everyone's going to be like, that's fucking lame. The best. Okay, I don't know. Are we going by cutest or the best? I don't know.
Lego building, right? It's
the cutest, just so everybody knows, it's Clefairy and Clefable. Those are the cutest Gen 1 Pokemon.
Insanely wild. It has crazy rooms in it.
Although I am extremely partial to Bulbasaur as well.
You know, I'm going to be honest.
Vaporeon is the best. Well, see, that way you can just pick Eevee, because then you get like 12 of them.
I don't like it.
Vulpix and Ninetales, very cute. Growlithe and Arcanine, very cute.
You want to know why I don't like it? Because
Pikachu and Raichu, very cute. Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, very cute.
You think of the Death Star as like a death planet, right? You don't think of the Death Star.
Nobody thinks, what are you talking about? Shut up. Oh my goodness. Harleywood, thank you for the 5. I can't believe you're a Gen 1 or I'll be taking my support elsewhere as someone who knows all 1,000 plus Pokemon. I am not upset that you know all 1,000 of them. Look, I'm 40, okay? My brain can't live at that speed.
Star has, a ball with a bunch.
When the one came out that was not the ice cream cone, although that was bad. Isn't there like, it's the garbage one? Isn't there like a garbage one or a garbage can one? I'm like, you're just fucking making this shit up now. Like, you know,
holes in it. So I don't really like this.
Like, this is just stupid.
Yeah, I really don't like that. Jurassic Park. Someone just said Jurassic Park.
I think Ash's mom likes Mr. Mime. Am I right?
Dinosaur Pawn Skull. Dinosaur Missions. Allosaurus Transport Truck.
Okay, I can't do this anymore. We've resorted to talking about fucking Gen 1 Pokemon.
Illuminating coin slot. Adjustable game score display in a mechanical maze that simulates the classic.
You have to sit here and pay this dude to go shopping. At least I didn't make you guys sit through me fucking looking up the fucking kitty thing.
Excuse me. Oh, let's consider some of these over the next couple of weeks. Like I said, we weren't going to do Legos next week regardless. I want to give it a week or 2 off, and then we can get...
I do know who Chikorita is. It's not better than Bulbasaur. Chikorita's cute. It's not better than Bulbasaur.
One of these, and we could...
I know some of them. I played, I don't know if it's called Arceus or Arceus. I've heard it pronounced both. I played the shit out of that game. I got like 100 and something hours in that game. And there's obviously other Pokemon there that aren't Gen 1. And I did thoroughly enjoy the game. It's not like I don't necessarily accept them, but you got to admit, some of them are just fucking stupid, okay?
Start building it maybe by the end of the month, you know? I need to... Next week, I'm going to have less time than usual because I have to start working on taxes and other things. So, you know, it's all well and good, but we have time to figure it out. All right. And anyone else, if you have a suggestion of one for me to get,
I have a suggestion. Do something interesting, please. For God's sake, I'm over here like, Chikorita isn't better than Bulbasaur, bro. Can you do something, please?
Let me know and we'll go from there. People are already saying in chat, now someone's going to gift this to you. Well, I'm just going to say this up front.
Please, pretty please gift this to me. Here's my P.O. box. Here's my address. I'll pick it up from your house. Please buy it for me immediately, if not sooner. You fucking broke piece of shit.
Don't just get me something. Please don't. All right? If you're interested,
give me the money, and then I'm going to tell you that I'll buy it, and then I won't. This is fucking Untitled Goose Game all over again.
Contact me first. You can email me. You could DM me on X. Let's talk about it first. I hate it when people just send me stuff. I don't agree.
I hate it when people just give me stuff and buy me things.
Agree to it. And then it shows up at the house. Most of the time I throw it out. I don't.
Feraligatr is better than any grass type. Well, because Feraligatr is a water type.
Well, I'm not going to trust it, you know. It has to be something that we're talking.
And grass will beat water, so be very careful.
Talking about together, and I know what's going on. Please don't just start. Oh, he said he wanted it. I'll buy it and send it to him. No. All right, don't do that. Let's talk, okay? But I'm not saying that. I'm saying, hey,
yeah, don't buy me something. Contact me, and then I can tell you how to just give me the money. I derailed my own chat. I know, but look, we're bored, y'all. We're bored.
Invest in this. We had a great several streams doing the succulent, and I'd like to buy one and do the next one in a couple of weeks here. Okay.
Selling DSP bingo cards with phrases he says, is that a good idea? I mean, I suppose so, but King Jad, you can just go hang out with him and he does bingo for free. You don't have to buy or sell anything.
Stone Cold Chud says, well, I'm canceling the Death Star order. Dude, because I didn't like it. I didn't like the Death Star. Cancel it right now. Okay. Now.
You're so fucking ungrateful, dude. But you liked the flowers one, though. Okay. Whatever you say, man.
Scared me. Now, there's another thing that we have to consider, that we have to talk about today.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Before we do that, I want to do a couple of quick shout-outs, because we have some contributions that have come in that I've ignored, and I want to do these shout-outs.
Well, right? As long as you're honest about it.
I received a $6.14 tip. So someone says, I want to start the festivities with this dono. I sent you a second email. Oh, I didn't see an email. Maybe it's got to be in my junk then. All right, I don't even know what this guy's talking about. I didn't see any email from this person. So whoever this is, thank you for the $6.14 tip. Later today, I'll have to check my junk emails. Actually, tomorrow's my day off too, so I'll have some time to try to catch up on. So this
You don't do anything on your day off. What the hell are you talking about? VLX, thank you for the $5 super chat. Worse than a homeless guy getting mad at being given food. Right, because they don't want the food. They want the money to go and get whatever it is they're looking for. What a broke piece of trash. Spend this on something nice, like a cat wrist rest. Then bitches have already been bought.
week has been
They will be here tomorrow.
crazy. There was behind the scenes stuff going on. I told you, personal stuff that totally threw me for a loop, that had me all messed up in my head, in my time, everything. And I'm trying to like catch up now. And I know some people are like, well, he didn't respond. Did he read this? I'm sorry. I'll do my
I'm sorry. I don't read any of your bullshit unless it's, hey, I'd like to buy you something, send you something, or give you something.
best. You know, I got people now contacting me to be on Smart Guys as a host and stuff. It's like, oh man.
All three of them? Yeah, big ups.
I'm gonna do my best to try to get back on track and get caught up over the weekend. Okay, so thank you for the tip. I will now that I know that you sent me,
I do not have the wrist rests yet.
now that I know that
That's not a thing that can
you
happen.
sent me something, I'll have to check. Fair enough? Okay, thank you, and sorry about that. Did I play the animation? I'll play it again. Is it playing? It is. My page is glitched and not displaying it, but it played anyway. All right, whatever. All right, so thank you for that. Thank you for the first tip of the day.
This
Okay.
man is nothing but problems.
Okay.
Hello?
All right, we've got Walk Warrior. 12 months as a member, and he says, here's to 1 year of meaningful. I'm going to win more. I'm going to be honest. Like last week, I went like 40-2. Maybe this week I'll go 39-3. Okay, we'll see. But it's still going to be a fun time. People actually really liked the stream last week because they were like, oh, so you're not just beating up randoms on the internet. You know these people? Yeah. I used to hang out with these people. These are people who I played with.
Fighting game garbage that I do
and
not
then we're
care
gonna probably
about.
start a new indie game. All right. And then Tuesday, as you can see, well, first of all, it glitched. What the hell happened there? That's weird that it glitched when I was doing the screenshot.
No late stream on Tuesday when he would be doing Smart Guys. Interesting.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Marathon.
I wouldn't ask for a $15 goal to reveal. You guys, when I get it, it looks just like his. I'll take a picture and put it on YouTube.
I screwed
Be cool.
the whole thing up. I got to fix this tonight. Yeah, a marathon. It's not a marathon. I don't know why it says marathon. It's just a regular stream. And then no late.
Are you trying to pull those marathons because the taxes are due? You know, when you keep doing the marathons to pay for the taxes for the year before, you're going to have to do it all over again, right?
Stream on Tuesday night.
You got to figure out how to get these stupid fucking retards to give you money off the books. Can they just like write you a check or something? You got to figure out how to get this money away from these people so that you don't have to pay tax on it.
Because that's when I got to start working on stuff behind the scenes, personal stuff. Okay. And then I'll still be here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but probably Wednesday might also only be a day stream. But Thursday will be a full day of streaming with Smart Guys, and then Friday I'll be here too. Now, as for new game releases,
oh God, don't care. Lizzie, thanks for the 2. This is for the cat keyboard fund. There's no keyboard. I use a laptop. I don't. That would just be silly.
great. I deleted it. Guess what I did? I deleted the game release schedule. What happened was my entire desktop was full of icons that I didn't want. So I was like, oh, I'll just delete all these. And I started deleting them, and I deleted the gaming release schedule. I think next week is Assassin's Creed Shadows, is it not?
Didn't you make fun of that game,
Shadows
though?
is like Thursday of next week.
But
And
didn't
I told
you shit on
guys
that
I
game?
am going to cover it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Ubisoft Plus subscription. and I'm going to get it that way. How do I get to just the desktop on this computer? Do I still have it on this computer? No. Nope.
Uh-oh. Grandpa's having problems.
Damn it. All right. So, yeah. So under.
Ooh, that was that.
So
Well, here we
is
go.
what, next Thursday?
If chat is supposed to hit goals, shouldn't we see the tips? You can make it anonymous. Otherwise, you could just be hiding tips from the total, right? Ooh, I don't think that's going to go over well.
So I'm going to get Ubisoft Plus, and I'm going to get it through there. So that way, or is it Plus, right? Or whatever the subscription service is. That way I don't have to pay for the whole game outright. And we're going to try it out, and we're going to see if it's any good. All right? So, yeah, so under, over this week, we're going to be still playing Like a Dragon. We're still going to be playing Suikoden, okay? We'll do a little bit of Avowed. We'll do some Call of Duty stuff. But then we're going to start with Assassin's Creed.
I want to use my skip juice, but I want to see if he acknowledges that super chat.
On that Thursday and see if it's any good. We'll probably end up playing it a couple of days and then decide, hey, is this good and we want to keep going? Or is this a dumpster fire and we don't ever want to play it ever again? So that's going to start then. And of course, a week after that is Atomfall. And I'm actually really excited for Atomfall. So hopefully you guys join me for that. Okay, cool. Crisis averted. There you go. Now we know what's going on. Sweet. And I got my game release schedule back. So shout out to Darziak for that. He saved the day there. Okay, cool. All right. So before we start talking about the next DSP Tries It reward.
2 weeks ago, he shit on both them games, by the way. He was like, oh, what's going to be coming out lately? Assassin's Creed Shadows. And then he paused and looked like this and then was like, Atomfall. Ooh, he like shit on both those games. Now he's like, oh, they seem cool. Can't wait to play them. Whatever you say, guy.
Which is the next big topic we need to figure out. We got more shout outs to do. Okay?
Yeah, please read that $5 super chat.
So, we have Abby Richards with the $2 super chat talking about this weird thing on the internet that I don't care about, but thank you for the $2 super chat. We've got Fluffy Kitties with a $2 super chat. Can I ask or suggest something without getting hated on? I mean, you can ask, but I don't know if I'm going to hate on you or not for it. Depends on if it's what it is. Can't make those kind of promises around here. Come on. Gabriella.
Yeah, I'm so fucking like freaking out. I can fly off the handle at any moment.
Gabriella with a $5 super chat says, hello. Well, hello to you, Gabriella, and thank you for the $5 super chat. And Fluffy Kitties did another $5 super chat and says, if chat is supposed to hit goals, there's no goals for chat. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Oh, he's gonna play dumb right here. If people are supposed to hit goals, now don't. He read the whole thing real quick. He stopped, and then all of a sudden played stupid. Did you catch it?
Shouldn't we see the tips? You can make it anonymous. Otherwise, you can be hiding tips from the total right.
Look confused because you don't know how to answer that because it makes you look really bad. Oh, I gotta get that.
Hold on. So, I'm going to try to figure this out, decipher it. I think what you're saying is...
Why don't the tips pop up on the screen like everything else? Because you could be withholding and saying that you haven't hit the goal when in reality you have. You know exactly what they're asking you.
When people contribute via the chat, meaning super chats or memberships or subs over on Kick, we can see it. It's physically in the chat.
Correct.
So because of that, you know those contributions are real.
Correct.
Okay? When someone tips...
We have to take your word for it. So you can say someone sent me $10 when someone sent you $100. And you could know what you're sitting on, but push to hit the goal. That's what they're asking you. And that's why they ask to not be hated on. I don't know if they're LARPing or trolling you or not.
It's via PayPal. And because it's via PayPal, you don't see it coming in, and therefore...
Correct, because you've been banned off Streamlabs, so your tips don't show up. You have to do them manually. The only one who's fucking new here, apparently, is you.
There's really no confirmation that the contribution is real.
So show us your tips is what they're asking you for.
Meaning I could literally be lying about every single tip.
Yes.
That has ever come in.
And I'm sure you have, because you've lied about everything else. Everything that's not in black and white, or that's in black and white, but you can hide it. You've lied about it.
On my stream.
Yes.
That's correct.
There you go, honey. Be proud of who you are.
And is there a point? Why do you actually need to know the exact dollar amount that I'm making on every stream?
Because you could be withholding and you might have already hit the goal, but you're pretending like you didn't because you want more money.
Does it actually matter?
Well, that big scrawl across the bottom of your thing seems to say it matters a lot.
To me, it does, because I'm the one who's making it.
Yeah, but you could be potentially being dishonest.
I'm the one who makes a livelihood on this.
Right, and you could be scamming people by saying that you didn't hit the goal when you already have.
Does it matter to you?
Yes, it does. Because if you hit it, but you say that you didn't, it's dishonest, and it's mean, and it's cruel, and it's grimy.
No.
Yes, it does.
And if it does, it shouldn't. Because it's none of your business.
Okay.
Quite frankly.
So mind your business and just believe what I tell you. Got it. But give me that money, though.
All right? It's just not. It's none of your business. All right? Now, if we actually want to talk brass tacks about it, meaning let's talk turkey beef for real about it, I can't automate tips. Why? Because several years ago, actually at this point,
are we going to get the banned off Streamlabs story here?
Crap, at this point, it was almost...
Story time, boys and girls.
5 years.
Let's hear him lie about why he's not on Streamlabs anymore.
Years ago, okay? Or 4 years ago. My detractors went on an internet campaign where they went literally...
And apparently it is everyone's business because you put it out there. Top membership, top super chat, top tip. Here's the goal. Here's how many goals we've hit. The detractors, of course.
From service to service to service to service that I was using for anything. We're talking every partnership, every tie-in, every pop-up, the merch company I was working with, all of it. They created a package of targeted hate towards me, which featured out-of-context clips,
racial slurs, homophobic slurs, and every other slur is really not out of context.
Things from literally a decade before, some of the worst moments of my history. And they acted like that was me today. And they sent it to all of these services and said, hey.
Yes, this is today's podcast. We're behind by about 10 minutes, but this is today.
Phil's a scumbag. He's a bigot. He's a...
Well, he just basically told you, even though I need you to know how much money is in my pocket, fuck you and mind your own business. It's how much money is in my pocket, so...
Sexist. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. And
I don't think anyone ever called him a PDF, so...
Here's all the evidence. Look, he has a website called thekingofhate.com. What a hateful person he is. Here's a clip of him in 2010 making a bad joke. And they sent it to all of the companies. And the problem was at that time, about 4 or 5 years ago, all the companies were becoming woke. Every single one decided we want to go liberal. So we got to make sure that if we're going to be front-facing, we support everything, all this liberal progressive policies, We can't have anyone who's problematic or who could be accused of being problematic as part of these companies.
You were problematic.
So they literally canceled me from pretty much all of these kind of services. No exaggeration. I want you to think about this. In 2017, Teespring, which is now called Spring, came to me, knowing who I was, well knew my history and all of that, and said, we like you as a creator. We want to make merch for you. So they designed my first merchandise for me. I didn't even do it. They made it and started selling it and profiting from it. Years later, they go woke and say, we've decided now you're too risque for our content, and they close my store. You opened the store. I didn't even do it. You opened the store, and then you closed it 4 years later. Nothing's changed. In fact, I've become a better person, a much calmer person. I'm not the old school drama guy anymore.
I would like to call back to 14 months ago, kiss my fucking ass and lick my balls. Give me your mailing address. I'm going to send you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass. Calling people retarded and sluts and e-thoughts. That was just a month ago. Not even. Better person now. I just wanted to call everyone's attention.
I'll know this, right? People give me shit for it now. So what gives, right? So basically, all of this stuff, okay, happened, and the services that I would have used to automate things like getting a tip and have a tip message pop up or whatever, I've been banned from. None of these payment processing services will work with me because in 2020 or 2021 or whatever it was, these idiots sent them these hate packages. They said, oh, we can't deal with him. We're too woke now. So they closed everything, okay?
Our goal to hit goals to get rewards like marathons, food, etc. Transparency is all I'm asking, man. I specified anonymous. I just like clear goals. Stop giving him money to say this. Please stop giving him money to say this.
So I can't.
Unless he's getting like hard trolled right now, in which case you still shouldn't give him money, but I understand why. It's the only way he'll read it. Carry on.
See, I've automated what I can automate. I cannot automate tips. Okay, and some people said, did you ever try appealing it? Oh, yes, when it happened.
You know, you could just not do tips. You know, you could just get rid of that, right? You could just not have a tips link and just focus on your money through YouTube. You can do that.
I contacted these companies and I said, what are you talking about? Why would you close it? Why would you ban me? And they all said, oh, well, there's a violation of our policies. What policies? What violation? And they all said either we don't have to respond or they ghosted me. Literally, those are the two responses. Either no answer or we don't have to respond legally. Too bad. Goodbye.
Tips are instant money. Yes, they are. I know why he'll never get rid of it. I'm just saying he could. If he wanted to be more transparent, he could.
And that was it. So there's nothing I could do about it. All right. I can't fix that. There's nothing I can do. These companies won't do it. Right. So it is what it is. That's why as people send me, tip contributions, it goes through the PayPal account and it goes direct to my email and stuff like that. And I shout it out manually. There's no way to automate that stuff. Okay. Okay. All right. Continuing on. So Fluffy Kitties did another $5 super chat.
I'm not listening to this anymore.
It's an idea because I haven't done this in a long time. Firehouse Subs is doing
Is this what we're doing for 70? He already did this, but is this what we're doing for 70?
New line of subs based on the Hot Ones, hot sauce, and internet show. So they got zesty garlic.
The last time he did Firehouse Subs, Atlas, the bookkeeper, put out I can't tell you how many times I've watched Atlas's video on this. I don't know why, but he did a video on this fucking tool eating the Firehouse sub. If you're sub to Atlas, go watch. I mean, if you're not, you should go and fucking sub to Atlas. But the Firehouse sub, it's so funny. I don't know why, but I've watched it a million times.
And spicy dill hook and ladder sandwiches with the Hot Ones hot sauces on them. Okay? That's an idea. That's something new. They haven't had this yet. It's a different combination of stuff. All right? That's one that I'm now aware of. Does anyone know of anything else that's going on right now? Taco Bell has new sliders. Again with the Taco Bell, huh? Let's look.
Apafa Studios, thank you for the 2. Tips are the liquidity of his business. That is true, but very, very, very pathetic. Nonetheless.
Caliente chicken menu from Cantina. I don't see any sliders. It looks like they're doing a caliente chicken menu, which is not very interesting. They already had that stuff.
The only idea is food. Hey, they keep paying for it. I mean,
this has something new.
Who do we really get to? I mean, you can be mad at anybody, but who should we really be angrier at? This idiot or the idiots who keep giving this idiot $1,500 a week to eat the food? He can come up with as many ideas as he wants to. If he doesn't get the money, he doesn't eat the food. You know, he gets the money. Like, that's what's wild.
We already were thinking of Panda Express many weeks ago. We just never did it. Oh, what the hell? Let's see. Firecracker steak and shrimp.
This is just go shopping with him today. This is dick around on Amazon. This is look at food menus. This is, you know, I do have other shit to do today.
Firecracker steak and shrimp.
Okay, so
2
what?
decadent flavors in one bite. Try this dish.
Okay.
Choose your meal type. You can make a bowl, a plate with one side and 2 entrees, a balanced protein plate.
Yeah, he's so busy that we can go shopping for Legos on Amazon and now look up menus.
A bigger plate. I'm guessing it's just a mix of veggies with steak and shrimp all made together with like a spicy sauce. That's what it looks like, right?
Very good.
That's what it looks like. So that's a possibility. I would say firecracker steak and shrimp from Panda Express, or I would say that new Firehouse sub. Now, keep in mind, this is all subject to what's actually in an online menu that you can order. So since we're saying this, I might as well take a quick look and see if this stuff is actually available.
Sweet mother of fuck. Skip juice, don't fail me now.
Yeah, they got the bangers and mash.
I don't know. I guess there are some people who do it unironically find this entertaining. And I know it's a serious question. I'm not offended. I'm as baffled as anyone else. This is the worst garbage ever.
Fingers and mash. What does it look like?
And he usually goes till about 1 o'clock his time. So we still got 22 more minutes of this shit. And I just used all our skip juice. Maybe I shouldn't have, but my fuse is a little short today. I was up very, very late doing that Truth Seekers thing with Triple P.
Served on a bed of mashed potatoes and gravy topped with caramelized onions. That looks so weird. Oh, no. Dude, that looks so weird. Bangers and mash looks really bizarre, man. Oh, it looks like they're like shriveled, Bangers and mash. Oh my God, the bangers and mash are like way expensive. They must be like huge sausages. Yeah.
What the fuck was that? What?
Well, that's an idea. So what do we have so far? We have the new Hot Ones Firehouse subs.
You think a lot of his fans are just gay guys gooning on him, not just OIC? And like, I'm not knocking whatever jiggles anybody's jello, but go find a hot dude. Like, really, this balding, like, titty having middle-aged man? Like, you know, this is what does it for you? Ugh, okay. Like, I'm into dudes, and this is not doing it for me.
We have the new firecracker steak and shrimp at Panda Express. We have a local burger place that does unique burgers that I could try. Or we got a local meat pie place that makes meat pies, and we could try that. Okay? Those are our let's talk about it. We don't have to come to the determination today, but considering the fact that we are hitting our goals, yeah?
Let's be honest here. When you look at DSP, balding is the least of his concerns I'd have. I mean, if it's just like dudes, like if it's, or chicks, whatever, if it's gay dudes or chicks or whatever that are into him, like physically, like that's what they're like, you know, whatever they're doing. Like, I don't know. Even if you don't find someone who's necessarily more attractive, like somebody nice.
Everyone's got a different opinion here.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. I know that you want all of your little fucking automatons to think the same, but they don't.
Oh, also taco time. I would be down to try some stuff from Taco Time because I haven't had them. Okay. Maybe we could do meat pies for St. Patty's Day. But meat pies are Scottish, not Irish. Right? Am I wrong there? What's up, Usagi Jojo? How you doing?
If DSP butters your biscuit, seek professional help. I'm sorry, I'm inclined to agree. If he does anything for you, floats your boat, flips your skirt, jiggles your jello, butters your biscuit, if he's doing anything, seek out a mental health professional. Don't do anything for St. Patrick's Day. Don't hurt my people. Don't do this. Leave my people alone.
I'm trying to figure this out, but
go pretend to be, Italian. I'm not even knocking on Italian people, but as Irish, I'm not claiming this. Don't do anything. Leave us alone. Is that doing it for you, Gooners? That turn you on? Ooh, don't you wish you could be that finger?
They have a Guinness pie. Yeah, they have a Guinness pie. I guess it's made with actual Guinness beer in it. That's why they call it the Guinness pie. They have that.
Us Italians don't claim the 220. Shit, well, us Irish don't want him. Somebody else take him.
Guinness is actually Irish? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, let me think about this. What's today? Today's the 14th. 17th is Monday.
Very good.
Could we do it? I mean, could we really realistically hit it by Monday? I don't think so. Because we got 2 goals for today, 2 goals for Sunday. That's 4. That would get to 67. Yeah, I don't think we would make it by Monday. Unless we get, like, insane amounts of support. I don't...
Hintity hint.
I think there's a possibility we could hit the goals by St. Patrick's Day.
Polish people, take the hit, please. No, you can't do that to Polish people, man. Who do we pawn this fucker off on?
Today's International Pie Day, so it's fake. Oh, because it's 314, 3.14. Okay. What do you think? All right. So I would meat pie sounds good. Something unique. All right. I mean, any of these ideas, like for example, the Firehouse subs I know I like. Now having a Firehouse sub that has a variety of ingredients with hot sauce.
Us Polish already have the joke market cornered. We don't want it.
Good. I think that would be a good one. The firecracker steak and shrimp from Panda Express is like hit or miss for me. Like Panda Express, I don't think it's going to be very good, to be honest, but maybe it would be. I don't know. Okay. Taco time is a big question mark because I've only had them once. I don't remember them. A local burger place that makes gourmet burgers, who knows? It could be great like Katsu Burger was, or it could end up sucking, and it's not good. And the same thing with these meat pies. They could be great. They could suck. I don't know. It's taking a shot, right? Taking a chance. What's going on, Game Boy? How are you?
Oh my God. I am running out of steam here. Very true. We don't have to pawn him off on anybody. We could put him somewhere. Like, surely like an island, right? Isn't there an island that's like illegal to go to because the people who live there, like they'll take you and kill you and eat you? Like, where's that? There's an island, right? That's like illegal to visit.
Well, all right. Anyway, let's see what happens by the end of the show. I certainly hope that you...
Because the people that live there are like an ancient like tribe or something. Like, take him there. Put him there.
You guys will stick around after the show for Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Because then he won't burden them because they'll just kill him and move on with their life.
Which has been great to this point. All right. And then tonight also for Friday Night Fights. So...
you just get as close as you can, knock him off the boat. Naturally, he'll just swim to the closest bit of land. Of course, you don't tell him where he's going. He'll float or do whatever he's got to do to get, there. And then they'll just do the great circle of life. And then again, like I say, they'll take care of him so then he won't bother them.
Determinations we've come to today.
There we go. See, we did this as a collective group.
Number one, some different Lego ideas. One is the Lego Piranha Plant. One is that Lego T-Rex that transforms also into a Triceratops and a Pterodactyl. Or perhaps a much bigger one like the Super Mario World Lego that you can crank it and it actually moves and stuff, which would be really cool for the background. I would say those are like probably the three biggest ones I have interest in. Okay? As for the DSP Tries It reward, meat pies. Sounds good. Okay?
I don't know if I would say that particular phrase with that much enthusiasm, but okay. Hello, sir? Not pause.
It doesn't work. Nocturus says he was trying to give memberships on YouTube and it doesn't seem to work for him. Well, you could always try something else. You could try Kick. If you're on Kick, you can.
Hey, it's almost 4:00 here on the fucking like eastern side of the country, and he's still going. He'll probably about another 10-15 minutes.
So, you could do a tip.
I'd love it if he'd wrap this up early and fucking go take a shit for 15 minutes. But
Tips link, you could send a tip. There's a lot of different things you can do.
Yeah, come on. If that way doesn't work, give me money another way. Give me money another way.
I shouted out every tip I've received because someone said, "Did you just get a tip?" I shouted out all my tips. Anything that's coming in.
Or so you say. How the fuck do we know?
And I shout out as soon as I see it, and there's nothing sitting there, so...
Whatever you say, guy.
Okay.
It's your world, man. We're just living in it.
All right. So, we got a little bit of extra time.
God,
if you guys want to talk or talk about anything, just tag me in the chat.
Please.
Either chat. We'll have a little bit of Q&A at the end of the show here to wrap it up before we jump into Pirate Yakuza, okay? So what's on everyone's mind?
Why are
Thank
you the way that you are?
I appreciate that. He complimented me. Appreciate that. No, I've not played Pokemon Go since 2017. No, 2016.
They're owned by your people now, so you might want to think about it. Because Scopely owns Pokemon Go now, so that's something to think about.
2017, whenever. One of those years. I haven't played it in like that
Q and
long.
bag, Q and bullshit.
Mike Dutch says, I'm excited to watch you play Yakuza.
This is my first stream here, and I can already tell you've given up. The dude's got to give me something. I mean, I'd like to think, I don't want to say I'm energetic, but I'd like to think I'm charismatic, but god damn. There's only so long you can watch a grown-ass man play with Legos. Like, I can't even.
Because I bought the game.
Jazz, thank you for the $5 super chat. A salty pig sent to Sentinel Island. That would be their first DoorDash ever. Big ups.
I'm watching you play it. Awesome. I'm liking the open world exploration.
There was a time where he only did marathons once a year, right?
Fun of recruiting.
Yeah, didn't Niantic get rid of Pokemon Go and now Scopely's got it? Yeah.
side quest is all very fun. That's what we're going to do.
Scopely's got Pokemon Go now
today. No, I've never been to an NBA game. No, I have not. No Dark Souls 2 modded playthrough anytime soon. We will do one eventually, but not when we're in the midst of these other games and releases. Well, I react to the Silent Hill F trailer. If you would like me to.
If you would like me to, send me $20.
Obviously I've been so backed up this week.
It's not too bad. Days like yesterday where he was breaking up with Triple P and he was just acting like an asshole. Some days this is incredibly fucking easy. Days like today where he's just shopping on fucking Amazon and looking for food. And he's an asshole, okay? He's an asshole. He's boring. He's lame. But that's not particularly interesting. So you're like sifting around trying to find fucking something, anything.
Week because of the nonsense going on. Today was the first day that I got to like sit down and have a normal stream. So I wanted to get this stuff out of the way that we needed to talk about together first.
We needed to talk about Legos and food. Wow. Okay.
But yeah, like for example, when I come back on Sunday, that could be one of the topics we do. I could watch the trailer and react and see what you guys think. No, I don't watch NBA, Fluffy Kitties. I really don't know anything about it.
I earned a sub anyway. Well, I appreciate it.
Narwhal Gaming, I have zero fear of anything. Zero. Absolutely zero fear of anything.
Yeah, right. Okay. The list of fears that this dude has is hella long. Paul, thanks for the 2, honey. Now he's doing marathons every 2 weeks. Yeah. Every time he hits the 50 and hits the 100 for sure.
So you don't have to worry about that. If I missed breakfast yesterday morning, how would I feel? Hungry?
Wow. See, it's shit like that. If you didn't eat, how would you feel? Hungry? It's a stupid question. Like, don't misunderstand. Like, that was stupid. But, like, it's shit like that where you just go, what do you do with this shit, man? What do you do?
Ever been to WrestleMania? Yes, once. Over a decade ago. Went in person with John Rambo.
You miss your boyfriend, don't you?
It was the first WrestleMania where The Rock and Cena faced off in the main event. And they were like, oh, it'll never happen again. And then they did exactly this.
Did your fingers lightly touch? And then you kind of went for it, but you were like, no, I can't.
Same thing the year after. Hilarious.
I just maybe want to write erotic fan fiction, maybe.
And
is that all he did today? Talked about Legos and food? No, he tried to shit on Triple P a little bit and, whatever. But did that for a little bit and talked about how great Smart Guys went last night, which it didn't. He's trying to claim it was the best one he ever did. It wasn't. It was awful. He paywalled the cards, by the way, those stupid trading cards that he bought. If you want him to open a pack of those cards on Smart Guys, you have to give him $100. So he lied, tried to say it was the best one ever. Shit on Triple B, now that some loudmouth isn't here, ha ha ha, whatever.
It was an all right time.
Then we looked at Legos for a while. He fucked off, read some donos. Yeah.
It was cool to see it in person. There were some great matches, like the CM Punk Undertaker match was amazing. So now I barely ever do that. If I do, I usually have just something quick and more healthy. And it's paid dividends in the last 2 years and stuff that I've changed that lifestyle. Dude, I've lost a ton of weight and I'm feeling better.
Well, the chesticles, sir, seem to say otherwise.
Feeling healthier, I'm feeling lighter,
That double chin is also saying otherwise. Denopolis is a sprawling community. 50 Shades of Nay. Stop it. That's really funny. Sir, hello?
How tall am I? I'm 5'11". What is my favorite music genre? I don't have one because I don't really actively listen to music. If I'm just want to listen to something when I'm driving.
Toxie, how odd is it for a hubby to brag about health when his woman is a whale? Be nice. Be nice. Let's not result to 5-year-old name calling. Let's be adults here. I don't know what his obsession is with talking about. He's not in good health, you know, even if he's heavy. And there are also heavy, overweight people that are in really relatively good health. 5'11" Bull, he looks like he'd be short, right? 5'11"? No way. I don't know. The lie detector test determined that shit sounds like a lie. I don't know. I really don't think he thinks about her very much. He just talks a lot about himself. He doesn't consider her that much. She's there to pick up the house a little bit and make him something to eat and wash clothes.
Around on my day off, I turn on one of a few different YouTube channels that just plays like old school video game music. And I just listen to that. And I just relax to it.
Stop that. Stop doing that. You're on camera. I'm not on camera and I don't chew my fingers like that. What is wrong with you?
Are there any foods I won't eat or am allergic to? Not to my knowledge. I don't think I've ever eaten something and had like a reaction or anything like that.
Well, damn.
A weird thing when I was a kid, and I used to eat candy that had...
Let me stand next to him. I'm 6'4". Holy free holies, you are a skyscraper of a dude.
like a sour taste to it. Like Smarties or Sweet
Skip
Tarts
juice, please.
or things like
I love
that.
Sweet Tarts. Oh my God. Don't fail me now. That's true. Gout is a reaction. That's true.
At what age did I reach my height of growth? My height of growth? Oh, pretty young for me. Like, I recall probably my early to mid-teen years, I was pretty tall pretty early on. I also was growing facial hair before like everyone in school. I had like a mustache.
Well, can you call back to that year and figure out where the fuck it all went and do something about that?
Going, and no one else was growing any facial hair. They all stared at me. I'm like, I don't know. Probably just over testosterone, man. Too much.
Where did it all go? Because at this point now, dude, you got a vagina. Like, where did it all go?
Manly. What can I say?
Yeah, okay. Ooh, let me sit down, y'all. My knees are weak. Okay.
My current favorite WWE song? Oh, man. From all the ones that I've heard over the last few months, I mean, of course, you would argue CM Punk because he has Cult of Personality. That's actually a good song outside of it being a wrestling theme song. But if you're talking just pure...
He had all the cheerleaders swooning. No, he had all their football player boyfriends fucking hucking rocks at him in the high school parking lot.
Wrestling theme?
Get out of here, you fucking loser.
Songs like Roman Reigns' theme is insanely...
You virgin, you fucking lowlife.
Epic and awesome, right? Whenever he comes out, like, oh my God. They totally blew him up to be like the biggest thing in wrestling with that theme. It's crazy.
Right? Testosterone. I don't know. Not what that Perry's got going on right there.
I received an $8 tip.
Oh, good for you. Aren't you guys happy for him? He really needs that $8.
He says, recently Keemstar says anyone who's on the internet is fair game for negative and positive comments.
True.
With only you deciding to bring cat on your streams and people criticizing, do you blame yourself or not? And what are you saying? There is a difference between comments on someone or attacks on someone. You get it? You see the difference?
He didn't attack her. He just said bitch is fat.
You can make a comment and you could be...
He stated a fact. Wait a minute. Wasn't calling people retarded? Wasn't saying, hey, you're a retard or you're retarded? Wasn't that something that's descriptive? So, hey, that chick's fat. Isn't that just descriptive?
Respectful, or you can be completely disrespectful.
And you can go about it either way you want to. Who are you, the fucking boo-hoo police? Boo-hoo, someone's being mean to me?
It's a matter of respect is my issue. The issue is...
No, it isn't. It's a fucking matter of you were getting your cheeks clapped, bro, in those fucking Grill Phil segments, and you wanted to get out of there as quick as you fucking could.
Not the comment. The issue is the respect. And...
Well, he don't respect you. And you should have known that when you went on that Truth Seekers interview. I'm not shitting on Triple P, and I'm not shitting on Steve from Truth Seekers, because they did a great job. But if you thought after that they respected you, then you're stupider than I fucking tell people you are.
There's absolutely no reason to just blatantly disrespect someone out of nowhere.
Right. Can't we make observations that are factually fucking based? Big ups, Lost Boys.
Who hasn't disrespected you or in some way affected you in a negative way. Now, some people do that stuff to get a rise, and some people do that stuff to get attention, and some people do that stuff to try to content farm. But I'm not cool with that. You know, if you take a look at the people who I've, criticized or taken jabs at over the years, usually, not always, usually it's someone who's either done something to me first or who I feel is actually doing something harmful.
But talking shit about someone just because they talked shit about you first is some of the most juvenile shit. Why are you doing this to me right at the end? Oh, I wanted to go at 4 o'clock. I have food I have to make. That's the most juvenile shit. Well, they talk shit about me, so I'm going to talk shit about them. Didn't we learn when we were like 6 that 2 wrongs don't make a right? You could just kind of go, okay, I guess that's the kind of person they're going to be. And you could just distance yourself and move forward.
Okay. Sure, Mr. Beast has never done anything negative to me, but I genuinely feel that the kind of content that he makes is predatory towards children. I feel that's harmful to society as a whole, and I should call that out.
So you eating and playing Ninja Turtles and playing video games and blowing bubbles, not predatory towards children? Okay.
And I have the right to do that, you see? Usually, I'm not just going to go out of my way to target someone who I've never heard of and have no problems with and just start being negative and toxic, right? So that's what I mean. Sure, if you're on the internet in any public capacity, all right, you're putting yourself out there.
Right.
Right? People can see, people can comment.
Right.
The difference is there's a comment, and then there's an attack, and then there's just being ridiculously disrespectful and unfair for the sake of your personal gain. And that's what I'm not okay with. Does that make sense? I hope so.
Can we move on, please? Are you done? Can you go?
I got a $1 tip. Did you ever consider using AI to make music? I'm not going to be on someone else showing up on time, on someone else, having their fucking stuff working and all this bullshit. So I received a $2 tip. It was confirmed today. Five Nights at Freddy's will be in Dead by Daylight this summer. Well, there you go. You're going to have Freddy Fazbear and his robotic friends chasing you around the world of Dead by Daylight.
Maybe you should have talked about that on your game news, on your gaming podcast, instead of buying Legos.
Daylight this summertime. They seem to get every single horror tie-in, do they not? Someone actually made a good point. They said, so basically Dead by Daylight is the Fortnite of horror. They get every single IP in there somehow. Yeah, I think it's true. It's a good comparison. All the retides, Brock Lesnar and CM Punk never cross-fought.
Yeah, we are live.
Song. I've had tons over the years, so I don't know which one you're talking about. Triple L, I disagree. Triple L says, I believe you would have been one of the first million subscriber YouTubers back in the day. If the troll didn't ruin your channel, it's messed up that they did that to you. I never would have hit a million subs back in the day because back in the day, I uploaded an insane amount of videos in a day. In one day.
Even back then, I was only concerned about the views and money and not the subs. Paul, thanks for the 2, honey. Hang in there, ma'am. Use the skip juice. We don't have any.
Keep in mind, it was 10-minute long videos. That was the limit. You couldn't go.
Trust me, I've given it all I've got, Captain.
Past 10 minutes.
There's nothing
So in one
left.
day, I would sit here making 7-8 hours of gameplay content. Okay. And that would be how many videos? 6 videos per hour. So it's 40 to 50 videos a day. People were like, we love the amount of content you put out, but we can't actively subscribe to your channel because you flood our inboxes and then we can't use it for anything else. All we see are your videos every day.
And you went, I don't give a fuck. Enjoy 37 fucking videos a day.
And I said, well, that's not a me problem. That's a YouTube problem, right? That's YouTube's fault, not mine, but it didn't matter. So
Morel, thanks for the 2, honey. Called Lex a slut. Yeah, that's fine. But cat fat, that's too far. That's interesting, isn't it? It's almost like it's the rule for thee and not for re.
So even though I only had like 150,000 subs, I was bringing in ridiculous amounts of views in a day.
Views equals money. Just in case there's any misconception.
Insane. One month I had something like over 20.
What quote really shows my elder millennial status? You'd have to pick which one.
I mean, I think my peak, I want to say, was 20 million views in a month. I did once. Now I don't get 1 million views in a month. I get like 500,000.
And that's probably a high estimate. A money creature. 220 unhinged. Thank you for the 10 gifted. I appreciate you. Big ups and big ups to everybody who got one.
You know, but a lot of things have changed.
Oh, I've given it all I've got, Captain.
Since back in the day. Particularly my upload style, obviously the amount of views on a video, tons, right? But no.
Yep, that's right. I was born in the 80s. Fight me. Actually, don't fight me because I'm old. My knees hurt. I'll have to sit down.
I was getting more views than people who had 1 million subs. I was literally on a daily basis bringing in more daily views on DSP Gaming than a million sub YouTuber.
Shouldn't we all just suck your dick about it? Move on.
With like Mario and Yoshi. It's going to be something like that. And we'll continue to talk about it over the next week or two, and then I'll eventually order one. Because we're not going to do it this week anyway. We're taking definitely at least 1 week off from Lego building.
Hello? Can we please be done? I'd like to finish my laundry. You know, my spaghetti is not going to make itself. He's $9 off, or is he just counting wrong? He counts wrong more often than you'd think.
I haven't seen the Silent Hill F trailer yet.
Right, Kaylee? I also would like to take a shower, finish my laundry.
Someone literally just asked me would I react to it, and I said, yeah, maybe we'll do it Sunday.
I don't know. I know you have nothing else to do today, sir, because you have a maid that does all this shit for you, but the rest of us adults, we all got to do this shit. Like, for ourselves. Sometimes, like in my situation, I am DeWammons, so I do the stuff that you don't do, and I really need time to go do this.
So I missed the old style of filling, i.e. with a camcorder, because it felt more personal. Actually, all right. So the cool thing about that was I didn't need to have any kind of crazy in-depth knowledge of technology at all. It was like a normal dude wants to play a game, hook it up, press record, talk, go, right? Today, I need to have all of this knowledge of tech to get anything to work. I need to have, how does the gaming rig work? How does the capture PC work? How does the streaming setup work? What are the qualities? How do you do that? Where do you save it? What's the file type? How do you upload? Like, I wanted it, when I got this streaming PC, I wanted to do stuff differently. I wanted to use the best encoding possible. I can't because YouTube won't work with it right. YouTube just decided.
Joke's on you. I'm done with laundry and cooking.
Oh, it just doesn't work. The videos would get stuck in processing repeatedly. I was like, well, I guess I got to use the one step down then, because YouTube doesn't even, it's not even caught up to the standard yet. But that's what I mean. How would you know that? And you need no knowledge of any of that if you're just using the camcorder. You just, oh, I need a console. Okay, buy the console. Hook it up to your TV. Plug it, put the,
I don't have time for you reliving your glory days.
Template. Is the camera working? Is the mic working? Is the lighting right? Is the screen on? Is this go? Okay, here we go. Start the stream. Do the intro. Do the music. It was nothing like that. It was like, I want to play a game. Here we go. Record, play. Done recording, upload, done. Very different feeling. There were pros and cons. There were pros and there were cons to it. But we've talked about these a lot. I don't really want to go into massive detail today because we're at the end of the show.
Thank fuck for that.
By the way, guys, thank you for getting me 1/3 of the way to the goal. Well, let's hit the goal on this stream. People say they want the meat pies to be the reward for DSP Tries It, which I'm okay with, but we got to get these goals going then. All right, we're at 52 out of 150. let's get some support. We have no support so far from Kick today at all. Let's get some Kick support on this
Huh. Shocking.
stream. All right. Let's hit it. Let's do it.
Oh, I see. Where you at?
Ugh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what happens when you're up till 4 o'clock in the morning, drunk.
All right, I think it's time to end the show.
Thank you.
Let's wrap it up so we can start with Pirate Yakuza. I want to get a good amount of
Finally, the angel of mercy.
gameplay in today, good amount of progress. Thank you all for chilling. Thank you all for your support early on. Thanks for the help figuring out things like the Lego set and DSP Tries It. That was a lot of help. I really appreciate that. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, but he still wants those gifted subs or those whatever on Kick because he gets more of a payout than on YouTube.
Thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate you.
Uh-huh.
Let's adjourn for today. But ladies and gentlemen, all right, I will be back on Sunday, not Saturday. Saturday's my day off. I will be back on Sunday to get all caught up with the news. I'm sure there'll be gaming news to cover. Perhaps
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you,
I'll
honey.
react to the Silent Hill trailer, and perhaps we'll do some more. Thank you for a great streaming week.
I hope you'll do more in 2 hours than just react
Thanks
to a
for hanging
trailer.
out. Thanks for everything. See you Sunday.
Although
Peace
possibly not.
out. Okay. Let's get set up. Let me take a look here. Are we at...
Okay, your music's looping, but all right. So anyway, he's gonna go and I don't know, do whatever, take a shit for 10 minutes and fucking run it, whatever, and then play that pirate Yakuza game that he is destroying and making look as boring as all get out. So that will do it for me. I want to start streaming on Saturday on his day off, but I need to work on some things. I need to come up with some ideas about some stuff that we want to watch or whatever. So I need a little bit of time the rest of today and then tomorrow to work on it. So I'm going to stream tomorrow, but I admittedly, it might be a little bit rough while we figure out. I want to like do a deep dive into like some of his like older content from like 10, 12 years ago. It's over on DSP Reacts. If you just hit like the oldest videos, shit comes up from like 12 years ago. So there's some Project 7 stuff. There's old, there are some DSP Tries It where he doesn't do food, he does other stuff. So I'll talk about it a little bit more, you know, tomorrow. What are the cat things called? The little wrist rest thingies? When's the horror stream? I don't have one of those planned. I'm sure I'll pronounce this wrong, but it's Kanayu. Kanayu? I'm sure I've said it wrong. This is the 2-pack. Cute wrist rest mouse pad. One is $6.99, but there's a 2 for like $9.50. But anyway, so we'll do that tomorrow. Like I say, I'm not really sure the time, but I'll post up, you know, before I go live and everything, and we'll work out some of the details, and I got to do emotes and stuff like that. So, we will go ahead and do that stuff tomorrow, and then we will go from there. So thanks you guys for hanging out with me. It was horrifically boring today, and I'm so sorry, but I'm glad that we were able to get through it together. Raw Phil is going to keep going, and somebody else, you know, might be streaming or whatever. I haven't really been paying attention, but you can go and hang out with them if you want to. I invite you to sub to my channel. If not, totally cool. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do, but I hope to see you next time.